Well, live from Moore Gymnasium on the campus of Bethune-Cookman University in beautiful downtown Daytona Beach, Florida. It's time for more Southwestern Athletic Conference women's basketball on the CatEye Radio Network. Hello and a very warm welcome. My name is Michael Turillo. Happy to have your company and happy to have the company of, as always, of Sabrina Petit-Home. Sabrina, it's our second doubleheader of the season, and it's Grambling State coming to Daytona Beach today to play Bethune-Cookman. Both of these women's teams coming off of a loss on Thursday. The Wildcats fell to Southern.
Yes.
The Tigers lost in Tallahassee to Florida A&M. Let's jump straight in to our keys to the game.
Okay, so the keys to the game for the women's basketball team, I chose to do a little something different by combining both key games for both teams because they have sort of a similar playing style. The first one goes to establish the inside presence. Both teams average about a little bit modest scoring, but controlling the paint and rebounding could really tilt who wins the game. Second one is to take care of the ball. Turnovers have hurt both of the teams around this time in the season. So crisp ball passing and security and making sure that we're disciplined will be extremely crucial. BCU averages about 20.7 turnovers per game, and the last game against Southern, we had 26. Last one is to share the ball, look for the assists. We average about 9.9 assists per game, so if we can up the ante on that, I think it'll be a great level for the Wildcats to be able to take that lead.
And we got to deal with the pressure because just like on Thursday, Southern really liked to run the full court press. Grambling likes the full court press even more than Southern did.
Yes, they do.
So it's really important for us to control the pace, get the ball across half court, and not turn the ball over.
We did struggle a lot with breaking the press on the last game with Southern, so I'm hoping this little break that we did have would be able to ensure the Wildcats to space out and use the court to their full advantage to make sure that they're not cutting to the sideline, because that was the biggest issue last game. They were always being able to attack us, on that sideline. Let's get to the middle.
The other big thing we want to talk about today is the rebounding battle,
yes.
right? Coach talked about it in the interview last week,
yes.
or on Thursday, excuse me. We didn't rebound very well. We gave up 17 offensive rebounds, and Grambling State averages 18 offensive rebounds per game. That's most in the SWAC.
Absolutely.
We are just about to get set for the national anthem and starting lineups. We'll send you down to the floor, and when we come back, it's basketball time on the CatEye Radio Network.
And now, to honor America, please rise as we honor America with a playing of our national anthem. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Bethune-Cookman University's Richard P. Moore Gymnasium for today's NCAA Division I women's basketball game. Today's game features the Bethune.
It's just about time for basketball here on the CatEye Radio Network as the starting lineups get introduced on the floor. Let's introduce you to the starting lineups here on the broadcast. First for Grambling State, they come in with a 4-12 overall record, 1-2 in the SWAC, a win over Prairie View A&M, losses to Texas Southern and Florida A&M. Their starting lineup looks like this. A senior forward, 6 foot tall for Birmingham, Alabama, and a transfer from Troy. Shania Nunn leads the conference in rebounds per game at 7.4. A senior guard, 5'8" from Palm Beach, Florida, has a lot of family in the audience today. Deborah Saitu Redmond. Their danger woman, the junior guard transfer from Trinity Valley Community College, is Monica Marsh. Leads the SWAC in steals at 31, leads the team in scoring at 11.7 points per game. And in the middle, Jacayla Esco, 6'1" senior forward from Ridgeland, Mississippi. She was at Jackson State last year and led the Tigers in field goal percentage. The head coach for Grambling State in her 3rd season is Courtney Simmons, assisted by Kiana Cheney, Devin Cooper, and Brandy Washington. And as they're introduced on the floor, it's time to introduce the starting lineup for Bethune-Cookman. It is unchanged from yesterday. Senior guard, 5'7" from Baltimore, Maryland. Devontae Dorsey leads the team in points and steals. Kiara Gregory is a junior guard from Cincinnati, Ohio, the transfer from Danville Community College, and is the team's primary ball handler. In the middle, it's Tyler Butler, a graduate forward, 6'1", transfer from Coastal Georgia, who leads the team in field goal percentage at 47.4. Sinai Tyler, who had a really nice game on Thursday, leads the team in rebounds at 6.7 per game. She's a junior forward, 6 foot tall from Chicago, Illinois, transfer from Trinity Valley. And Kaylin Peters, who had a game-high 15 on Thursday.
I don't know. I'm really excited to see her play today. Her and Damani Dorsey, they make quite of a pair for both teams. So seeing their playing styles and Damani rubbing off on Kaylin, this is going to be quite a game to watch.
Kaylin Peters is a 5'11" senior guard from Houston, Texas, and a transfer from Nichols State. The Wildcats in the all-white, big gold stripe down the sides, maroon trim. Gold numbers with a maroon trim, Wildcat script in gold above the numbers on the front. Grambling State in the all-black, yellow striping on the shoulders and around the neck. Grambling in a script font on the front in front of yellow block numbers. A gold trim down the sides and around the bottom of the pants. It's just about basketball time at Moore Gymnasium. Nowhere else you'd rather be. And if you're not here and listening to us from further afield, well, pull up a chair, grab a coffee and some dinner, because we're going to be here a long time with this doubleheader today. And relax as we bring you Bethune-Cookman basketball from Moore Gymnasium. And they're going to send the teams back to the benches as we figure something out down front. So we get a little bit more chance to talk about this matchup. I mean, Grambling State last year, 12-6 in SWAC play, lost to Jackson State in the SWAC quarterfinals. They were picked 5th in the preseason poll. Duchin Priyan was preseason all-SWAC second team, and Shania Nunn is the reigning SWAC player of the week. She had 13 points against Texas Southern and 20 against Prairie View A&M last weekend.
Today is going to be a very packed day. A lot of Grambling fans in the stand right now, Mike, over there in their matching T-shirts. And the Wildcats are starting to pour in Moore Gymnasium.
Shania Nunn and Tyler Butler are ready for the tip. Grambling wins the tip. They'll go right to left in the all-black, and away we go. Dushin Priyan will control the ball for the Tigers. Handed off right wing side to Marsh. Monica Marsh, the top scorer, cycled around to the left wing side. Here's Esco. Esco down low against Tyler, puts up a left-hand shot off the glass and in. And here comes the full court press immediately. Wildcats struggling to get the ball past the free throw line. Kiara Gregory now against Marsh, gets the ball into the front court with 1 second to spare. Here comes a horn set. Gregory goes right, gets into the paint and backs all the way out. The ball goes up, wrap on top, and around to the left-hand wing. Here's a three. It's short by Sinai Tyler. And Grambling, with a 2-0 lead, has the basketball with 45 seconds gone here in the first. Stepping inside and dumping the ball inside is Redmond for an easy layup by Shania Nunn. 4-0 Grambling State. Here comes the press again. Gregory dribbling against Marsh. Gets to the logo and over. Coach calls the play. It's horn set again. Gregory goes right. Back to the top of the key for Tyler. Tyler driving left. Getting the ball back down low. Puts up a left-hand shot. Good off the glass. And the Wildcats are on the board. It's 4-2.
I already got my notebook out, Mike.
Wildcats will token press to try and force Grambling to be slower down the floor. Prian swings it right side to Marsh. Marsh double teamed, gets away from it and resets to Redmond. Around the left-hand corner, Prian. She drives baseline, has the ball batted away from her by Tyler Butler, and Butler gets the steal. Up to Damani Dorsey. Dorsey drives all the way in, right-hand hook shot off the window, no good. Offensive rebound for Sinai Tyler. Tries to go up strong with it, gets blocked by Esco. So Grambling denies the Wildcats 2 good looks there. And it's still 4-2 Grambling, 2 minutes gone by in the first. Left-hand corner, Redmond dumps it down to Esco, who lost the basketball out of bounds. Wildcat ball.
Looks like Grambling's plan of action right now is to run the Wildcats out with this press going in. As soon as they make their shot, they jump right into it, not giving the Wildcats enough time to really set up for their defense or for their offense. Wildcats
will break the press. Running the floor is Dorsey. She backs up to the right-hand wing. Dorsey skates past the free throw line and resets to Gregory, top of the key. Pressured by Marsh. Gregory looks to Peters. Peters dumps it on the pick and roll. Tyler couldn't control the basketball, and it's turned over to Grambling State. Pass ahead to Prian across half court.
These are the turnovers that we talked about.
Prian drives to a double team and lost the ball to Gregory. Nobody wants the ball right now. Kiara Gregory trying to go coast to coast and had the ball ripped out of her hands by Esco. It's going to be a jump ball. Wildcats will have possession on the alternating arrow, and they'll get it with 25 seconds left. Ball baseline into the basket. The Wildcats attack to listeners' right. Gregory triggers the inbound up on top to Dorsey. Wildcats trail 4-2. Dorsey against Redmond. The transfer from Clayton State gets a screen, goes around her to the free throw line, pull up, just short. Offensive rebound to Tyler Butler. She resets all the way out to Gregory. Gregory with a fresh 20. Gregory hounded by Prian, one of the best defenders in the league. Into the right-hand corner, down low it goes to Tyler Butler. Now Sinai Tyler.
Nice.
Spinning in the lane, and a right-hand hook shot over Esco is good. 4-4, 6:53 to go first quarter. Driving all the way in is Nunn. Pull up from 5 feet. Nobody stopped the ball in transition.
These teams are pretty much of the same caliber right now. Both running press is off and both having the same type of players on each one. So this matchup is really a test of who has better defense, like we said earlier before.
Gregory gets it across with 3 through the press of Prian. They'll go pick and roll again, and great job and drop defense that time by Nunn to steal the ball away on the inbound, on the entry pass. Here comes Grambling up 6-4. Left wing 3 launched and no good. Rebound battled for and won by Sinai Tyler. She goes to the ground. It's going to be a jump ball, and Grambling has the possession arrow.
We have to hold on to the ball. It's way too early for us to be having this many turnovers against Grambling right now.
5 combined turnovers already, 3 for Grambling, 2 for the Wildcats in the first 4 minutes of the game. And 2 jump balls as well. So Maya Johnson comes in for the Wildcats to try and combat the height of Shania Nunn on the inside. Kaylin Peters also in for the Cats, as well as Jordan Brooks. She is back after not playing the last couple games. Baseline into the right-hand corner. Screen for Marsh. Marsh resets to the right wing side. Tries to dump it inside to Nunn. That little floater is good from just inside the free throw line. That's the 3rd time she's hit that in the game. She's up to 6 points already, Shania Nunn. 8-4 Grambling State. Jordan Brooks will control the basketball to Johnson at the top of the key. Johnson, 1 dribble, goes right, throws it baseline to Tyler Butler, who got fouled. Correction, Kaylin Peters running the baseline. We're not in our usual haunts today.
Yeah, it's a little different.
We are way far away from the court against the back wall up in the camera well, as SWAC TV is here doing the traditional TV broadcast. If you're wondering where the game is, that's where it is.
I'm really excited to see that the Wildcats are starting to run that baseline, because I know last game I was really, really adamant of it being open every single time. But Kaylin Peters, she was able to spot the little transition from Jordan to Maya and then ran the baseline to be able to get that foul.
Peters hits the first free throw. She's a 74% free throw shooter. Second free throw, no good off the front of the rim. Jordan Brooks out-battled by Shania Nunn for the board. Wildcats down by 3. Nunn races through a triple team. Hands off right wing side to Marsh. Marsh dances back to Nunn. Elbow jumper, good. Correction, that is Zaria Johnson who just came into the game.
Yep.
The forwards from this Grambling team love to shoot that mid-range jumper. They've hit 4 of them already.
If it's there, take it. And it's the easiest, one of the easiest shots to take.
Aaliyah Bartholomew guards Jordan Brooks now. She's fresh into the game. Tyler driving left to the lane to the left-hand corner for Brooks.
Nice shake.
Brooks trying to drive by, lost the ball.
Saw exactly what she was going for.
But it's going to be a kick against Grambling State. Wildcats get a bit lucky there. She just tried to blow by a Grambling State player. That was Nunn on the right corner. So that's a mismatch in a sense, right? You're the smaller, quicker player against the forward. You try and get a blow by.
I'm loving this energy that Sanaya is coming with as well.
Baseline in for the Cats. They throw it up top to Johnson. Johnson dribbles right. Hands the ball off to Dorsey. Dorsey through a double team to the free throw line. Down low to Johnson. Muscles it up. No good off the heel. And a rebound to Grambling State's Deborah Saitu Redmond. 5-point lead for Grambling State. Mostly on mid-range jumpers.
Protect the paint.
I can already tell about what you're... Oh, and then...
Protect the paint.
Down low, pass goes to Johnson. Easy layup, timeout, Bethune-Cookman. I can already tell what you're going to talk about in your whiteboard today.
I already know. It's that they're wide open shots, Mike, every single time. I want to go back to the keys to the game that we talked about earlier before it says, is to establish inside presence. Okay, and this is the 4th time that I've seen them, or you talked about it as well too. Their forwards have been coming in, pressing past that free throw line and doing their jumpers, doing their floaters, shooting those, and they've been accurate most every time. So you want to make sure that your bigs are down there protecting the paint. Once we establish those presence, make it hard for them, make it aggressive, fight for that.
One of the reasons the Wildcats were so successful on Thursday and kept that game as close as they did for a long time is that they did not allow Southern to shoot the ball very well. Southern just shot 21% in the first quarter and 40% for the game.
Correct.
Grambling State right now shooting 85%, 6 of 7,
yes.
while the Wildcats are just 2 of 7 from the floor, and they lead 12-5, Grambling State early on.
It's all about energy, Mike. You know, once you're able to figure out that type of chemistry that you have with your team, and you're able to communicate it in a way where, like, if you're on a roll, you want to be able to make sure the other team is playing your game. If the team is playing your game, you'll be able to calm the game down, make the shots, run the plays that you're supposed to, whereas if you're playing the other team's game, you're disheveled. You know, you don't want to be disheveled.
Conference play is here. You don't want to miss a second of the madness at Moore Gymnasium. Single game tickets are available now, starting at just $10. Get yours today at bcuathletics.com/tickets or call the ticket office at 386-481-2468. Remember, student admission at Moore Gym is always free. Wildcats will have the ball going left to right, down 12-5 here in the first quarter against Grambling State, and the pressure forces Damani Dorsey to throw the ball away. And it'll be Grambling State ball. It'll be a baseline in for them. Under the basket that they attack to listeners left, an easy chance to really take the screws on this one. It's an 8-1 run for Grambling State. The Tigers are looking for more. Bartholomew at the top of the key, the left-hand corner for Demaya Griffin. Bounce down low, turned over. Johnson up ahead to Brooks. Brooks through a double team and stops at the top of the key. Entry pass to Tyler on the right wing side. Skip pass to the left-hand corner. Peters driving all the way in. Reverse layup, got it.
That's my favorite. I'm not gonna lie. Damani Dorsey and Kaylin Peters are like right here with it.
Peters with a nice baseline drive in the reverse layup to make the score 12-7. A tip pass on a kick out. Grambling State controls possession with Bartholomew at the top of the key. Skip pass left-hand corner. 3 on the way, Griffin. Short. Good box out by Sanai Tyler for the rebound.
I love the aggressive that she's coming in with this game. It's different. Got to be careful with
Jordan
that sideline.
Brooks picks up her dribble, gets trapped, lost the ball right in front of the Grambling bench. Here goes Demaya Griffin, coast to coast, layup good.
What did we talk about last game? That every single time they're going to try and pressure us to those sidelines. We don't want to be able to make sure that they're pushing us. That's another defender.
7-point lead for Grambling, 14-7. You can tell there's a little bit of rust on Jordan Brooks. She hasn't played for a couple weeks.
She's warming up, though.
Around the horns goes left. Resets to Peters. Peters driving in, finds Johnson at the free throw line. 10 on the shot clock. Johnson picks up her dribble. 5 on the shot clock. Sanai Tyler, 4. Skip pass. Brooks, left wing 3 from deep. Missed it short right at the end of the shot clock. Grambling wants to push the ball down the floor. They do. Extra pass from the paint to the left-hand corner. 3 on the way. No good by Griffin. And it's out of bounds, but touched by the Wildcats, so it'll still be Grambling State ball. If the name Griffin sounds familiar to you, that's because Tamaya Griffin played at Florida A&M last season. She shoots a lot of threes, but doesn't connect on a ton of them, just a 20% three-point shooter. But Grambling, another chance for an extra possession here, up 14-7 with 3:05 to go first quarter.
It's a couple of defensive chains that I'd love to see here with the Wildcats. That's probably the reason why the Grambling Tigers, correct?
Yeah.
Have been running us. It's because we're playing a man. Another reason why we were so successful with Southern as well, even though, look, there it is.
Entry pass floated to the middle,
Right into
and
her
it's
hand.
a car crash between Tyler Butler and Shania Nunn. That ball will try to be high pointed by both of them. It's going to be a
Yeah.
jump ball. Wildcats with the possession arrow. They tried to go almost like a men's game entry dunk pass.
Yeah.
And Nunn just couldn't corral it. Now the Wildcats going to try and work through the pressure. Double team comes, and they get it to the
Nice.
middle. Kiara Gregory runs the floor. Switches to her left hand, drives the lane all the way in. Left hand layup,
Nice.
good.
Driving the ball, you know?
Nice job by Gregory to notice that nobody was covering the paint after the press.
We got to keep our hands
Quickly
up.
to the paint on the other end, throwing up a layup, no good. Offensive rebound for Grambling State, and a hook shot is good
I'm not going to lie.
for Ariana Mosley.
Right into the press.
Wildcats being kept at arm's length, 16-9. A ridiculously efficient first quarter for Grambling State. Got to get the ball across. 1 second, 10-second violation as the Wildcats were hemmed back in their own end and just could not get away from the aggressive pressure of Grambling State. Already a 5th turnover for the Wildcats in this first quarter.
I have a lot to say.
And you can tell that Damani Dorsey was yelling at Kiara Gregory, get to the middle,
Yes.
be a help. She was all the way down in the opposite corner.
And it was successful whenever she threw the ball right to the middle whenever it was coming off of the inbound.
Grambling State with the ball up 16-9. Into the short post for Johnson. Another mid-range jumper is good by Johnson.
Love that mid-range shot, and I'm telling you, the only way that they'll be able to get away from
Gregory ahead. Dorsey races through a double team and got fouled at the rim on the track back by Nunn. Nunn doesn't agree. She wants it reviewed, but you can't do that in the college
that.
game.
Yeah, I wish.
And we have a Grambling State player down behind the play. That was a nice play by Damani Dorsey and Kiara Gregory. Gregory drew the double team. Dorsey sprinted down the floor and almost like a football pass.
Yeah.
Gregory found Dorsey in open space. Nunn got back to try and contest the shot, but did foul her, and will send Dorsey to the line after Demaya Griffin gets attended to by the Grambling State trainer. It's a 9-point Grambling State lead, courtesy of 9 of 13 from the floor here in this first quarter. My
Okay.
goodness, Johnson with 6 and Nunn with 6. Both 3 of 3 on mid-range jumpers. That's an old school's way of playing the game,
That's
right?
the best way to win the game, though, Mike. You know what I mean? If you stay by fundamentals, it's going to be there every time. But you also have to be able to change your defense to be able to stop that. If you know that they're going for the mid-ranger every single time, change the defense because obviously man is not working. How about a 2-3 defense? That's what I want to see them run this game.
Damani Dorsey at the free throw line. The Cats leading score at 9 points per game. First one good. 0 for 2 from the floor to start the game by Dorsey. She went off for 22 in the SWAC opener against Florida A&M, but was corralled to just 6 on Thursday night and only made 1 field goal. Got the rest of her points from the free throw line. She makes both, 18-11. Wildcats now bring some of the pressure. Across it goes to Nunn into the front court. Into the left-hand corner for Johnson. Johnson tries to get to her
Nice
spot and has the ball ripped away by Gregory, and the ball goes out of bounds, tapped out of bounds by Gregory. And it'll be Wildcat ball.
Definitely rolled off
So
her.
it rolled into the Wildcat bench. The referee on the near side pointed towards Grambling State. Oh, the whole Wildcat bench went up in
said,
arms.
"No,
And
that
he
was
said,
definitely
nope, my
my
bad, my
fault."
bad. And he pointed to the Wildcats. So the Wildcats a chance to cut the lead with 1:50 to go first quarter, down 18-11. Gregory trying to work past Marsh. Back to the top of the key for Tyler Butler. She throws it down low to Johnson. She got body checked and missed the layup. No foul. Straight up was Nunn. Racing forward is Nunn now. Past everybody. Kicks it back to the top of the key for a straight on three. Aaliyah Bartholomew misses. And a rebound grabbed by Johnson, and she got bumped on the rebound by Johnson.
I need Johnson to be a little bit more aggressive when it comes to being in the paint. This needs to be her game. Anybody who is playing the post, this needs to be their game, actually. Waiting to see what's going on right here first.
Yeah, it's a Grambling ball because of the foul on Johnson. So it's a Grambling inbound, 1:30 to go in the first quarter. They're on offense going right to left. Deep three for swing pass, no good. Long rebound grabbed by Sinai Tyler. Peters in the front court. Ahead to Dorsey, layup, got it. Correction, Peters got the layup. Nope, that's Janessa Kelly. The hair all kind of looks the same. Grambling trying to go all the way back. Monica Marsh drives the lane, blocked by Janessa Kelly.
Yes.
1 minute to go, and then Kelly lost the ball as he was trying to break the backboard, and then Marsh threw the ball away. It goes into the corner, and Grambling will have possession. Last touched by the Wildcats. What a crazy sequence. So let's recap real quick. The Grambling pressured, long pass ahead to find Janessa Kelly. She made a layup, good. Monica Marsh got the inbound pass for Grambling, went all the way in. Kelly, who had a great 5 seconds, blocked her layup, and then Kelly immediately turned the ball over while trying to break out of the backcourt. And then the ball kicked off of her and out of bounds. It'll be Grambling State ball under the basket that they attacked to listeners left. Up by 5, 18-13 with 1 minute to go in the first quarter. Wow. Listen, I have a personal gripe, a radio gripe, against teams that play press because I don't get a break.
You don't get a break at all. I can't even get a word in.
Grambling with the baseline inbound. Back to the top it goes for Marsh. Doesn't have a point yet despite being Grambling's leading scorer. Left-hand corner and short corner now for Esco. Esco on the baseline, back to Nunn at the free throw line. Nunn picks up a dribble, resets, 15 to shoot, all the way out to Priyan. Dutshin Priyan, preseason all-SWAC second team, attacks Gregory with the right-hand dribble, kicks to the corner and travels with the ball. Talk about Kiara Gregory's defense right there one-on-one.
Honestly, I've been seeing her all over the board, and for her to be able to stay and play that monster defense and trying to get back on offense as well, too, it takes a massive amount of energy to be able to do so.
5-second difference, shot clock to game clock here at the end of the first quarter. Wildcats with the ball. Tyler Butler, top of the key. Uses a dribble to go left against Esco. Gets into the paint. Nice. Turn around, floater, blocked by Esco. Rebound Nunn, and then a foul on the breakout. I think the Wildcats need to start shooting more from outside. Because you get.
I don't want to get to that.
No, because you get down into the paint, you get double teamed, somebody's open outside, they're not kicking it out.
Yes, no threes, but field goals, I would love to see a little bit more mid-range.
Because in that situation, right, Tyler Butler's double teamed by the two tallest players that Grambling has, Nunn and Esco, and she just tries to go through him and gets blocked.
Absolutely. You know, because they're running a man. Both of them are running a man press right into the press right after getting up a defense.
Down low it goes to Nunn. Mid-range jumper at the nail. Good with 11 seconds to go in the first quarter. 8 seconds to go. Ball batted away from Gregory. She got it right back with 5 at the midcourt line with 3. Kelly, 2-1, shoots a mid-range jumper. Oh, and it rattles in and out. Grambling State all over the Wildcats in the first quarter due to ridiculously efficient shooting from mid-range. They're 10 of 17 in the first quarter, 58%, and they lead the Wildcats 20-13 at the end of one.
One of my favorite things about the keys to the games, I love when I eat my words. You know, I love when the teams make me eat my words. And Grambling, I told them that they weren't really efficient when it comes to their field goal percentages. And today out the gates, they just came out with back-to-back mid-rangers. And, you know, being able to, I don't think they have went to the line just yet. But, you know, if they're just that efficient in field goals, I can only imagine how efficient they're going to be at the line once they start trying.
Do you love Bethune-Cookman University sports? Of course you do. Then don't miss Hail Wildcats Radio, the podcast that takes you behind the scenes of all 15 Wildcat sports programs. Hosted by voice of the Wildcats, Michael Cirillo, and featuring the expertise of Bethune-Cookman sports information staff, Hail Wildcats Radio delivers unparalleled coverage of your favorite teams. Tune in to 1380 WELE Daytona Beach every Saturday to catch the show live or listen anytime on your favorite podcast platform. New episode is out now. If you missed it, well, stick with us for the rest of the doubleheader and then go listen to it tonight after we're done here at Moore Gym. But new episode of Hail Wildcats Radio out right now. And now is also the time to secure your tickets to see Bethune-Cookman basketball in action all semester. Season tickets start at just $80. Don't miss your chance to be part of the More Madness. Visit the BCU box office or go online to bcuathletics.com/tickets. I see you furiously writing notes over there, Sabrina. What do you got?
Defense. We are losing on defense every single time, and we see that the biggest part that they're literally winning on right now is offense, and that's in the mid-rangers. So if we can turn from a man to a 2-3 trap defense, that would probably change the trajectory of how efficient the Tigers are able to move forward. So I'm hoping for that.
What did you see on offense, right? The Wildcats shooting 40% from the floor in that first quarter.
They're in their face. Tigers are being able to keep the Wildcats in their face, and they're not giving them time to be able to set up any plays, which is getting to the Wildcats' head.
So when you face an aggressive defense like this, specifically in the half court, what can you run to try and break that up?
You got to be able to force the plays. It's not necessarily technically of a run. I would love to see them run the triangle. If we can get Maya to be I just want her to be a little bit more aggressive down there because she has the body size for it, and it's there, but because she's so soft with it, it's not going to get into the hoop at all.
Grambling State will start with the ball up by 7, 20-13 as we start the second quarter. Grambling State in the all-black, trimmed in yellow, going right to left. Wildcats in the white, trimmed in gold and maroon. Immediately a double team comes to for Priya.
There we go.
She gets the ball away. Another double team at the top of the key for Marsh.
There we go.
She is forced back to the logo. She gets it away and lost the ball to Tyler. Wildcats throw it up the floor to Gregory, and Gregory can't secure the pass over her head.
I'm not mad at it, Mike, because that's what I literally was just saying about. It's all about the energy exchange. You need to force them to play their game. Grambling is making them play extremely aggressive. That's what we need to do. Get them disheveled. Let's be aggressive.
So a turnover for both sides here at the start of the second quarter. Both teams turned the ball over 6 times in that first quarter. Cycle to the left-hand wing for Grambling State. Priyan with the basketball. Priyan against Gregory. Into the corner. Marsh takes the 3. Makes the 3. First 3 of the game for either team is good.
Right into the press. Oh.
Monica Marsh, 11 points per game. That's her first on the night. And it's 23-13, a 10-point lead for Grambling State. Right wing side, here's Kaylin Peters. Screen set by Johnson. Switched onto by Priyan. Top of the key for Tyler. Into the corner for Gregory. She launches a 3. Oh, banks it in! The bank is open for Kiara Gregory. Quick transition, right-hand corner 3 for Marsh. No good. And out of bounds, a rebound goes to the Wildcats as Esco batted that out of bounds as she was battling with Tyler down low. Kind of like a couple of the Southern players were on Thursday, right? Esco creates this kind of matchup nightmare. She's got really wide shoulders and controls the space in the paint really well. Grambling State will drop off and just press 1 here. Gregory against Marsh. Really battling against Marsh. Back near the free throw line, and it's a kickball.
I gotta give it to her, though. That was great defense,
As
Mike.
the ball came off of Marsh's foot. And lucky for Gregory because Marsh looked like she was about to steal that ball. She
really
is
was
pounding Gregory all over the floor. So Peters will trigger the inbound here. Wildcats down 23-16, going left to right with the basketball. Gregory gets the inbounds pass guarded by Priyan. On the right wing side, it's Peters driving all the way in. Underneath, up and under, layup, hangs on the rim and in. Kaylin Peters. What was in her Wheaties this week? 15 points on Thursday and already showing up with a couple of nice reverse layups. And it's 23-18, back to a 5-point game. Grambling with the ball. Marsh on the left wing side, guarded by Peters. Back to the top for Redmond. Redmond cycles it to Priyan on the right wing.
Where's that aggression? I'm looking for it.
Into the corner for Nunn. Nunn, the baseline is open if she wants to use it. She does use it, go all the way in, and steps on the baseline.
That's what I'm talking about.
And I'm talking about bailout. That was a massive bailout on Maya Johnson.
I was just about to say.
Because Johnson cleaned her out as she was going for a layup, and luckily she stepped on the baseline first.
I was just about to say that because she definitely jumped with her, and I thought they were going to call a foul on her, but thank God she stepped on that line.
Wildcats a decent start to this second quarter, down by just 5, 23-18. Gregory into the press. Throws it to Johnson in the middle. And then across to Peters and back to Gregory. Gregory into the corner. Sinai Tyler takes a mid-range jumper, misses it short, gathers her own rebound. Chase to the top of the key. Gregory a straight on three. Got it, it's good! Kiara Gregory.
Hooping, she's a hooper.
Only a 24% three-point shooter, has hit her last two to start this second quarter. And a foul called in transition against Peters as she gave a hip check to Deborah Redmond as she crossed half court. Excuse me. And that's the problem with playing the press too. And this is what really impresses me about Grambling's press is they don't hip check like that. Their feet are always moving. They're always staying in front.
I'm talking about Marsha. She's like pounding the floor with her foot, getting in front of Gregory the entire time.
Priyan with the basketball. The lead just 2 for Grambling State. Into the short corner. Here's a pull-up jumper for Johnson. No good. They finally missed a mid-range jumper. And the ball is out of bounds to Grambling State as Johnson couldn't secure the rebound.
Because they're not running a man anymore, Mike. Do you realize that?
Did they switch to the zone?
They switched into the zone. I love it. I love it. I love it when I write it and it just comes, you know, it just feels like my wishes are being made. But yes, that 2-3-3-2 defense is what I'm looking for that stops that. It's going to stop it every time.
Baseline in for the Tigers. They get into the right-hand corner for Johnson. Back to the top for Marsh. Just 3 points in the game for Marsh on 1 3-point shot. At the free throw line, Johnson dribbles, goes right, tries to throw it back to Esco. It comes to Priyan at the free throw line. Into the right-hand corner, 3 on the way for Marsh. No good, rebound Sinai Tyler, and the Wildcats control. Some space for Dorsey to run through the press. She gets into the front court.
Marsha's on that ball.
Dorsey back to Gregory. 7 minutes to go first half, Wildcats down 2.
I'm talking
in the high postage, Johnson dribbles through, lost the ball, comes right back to Gregory. Johnson sets the screen, Gregory around it. Back to Johnson. Johnson dribbles against Esco all the way in, up and under, and she missed the rim entirely on a rip-through move. Down the floor it goes, right-hand corner for Johnson, hands back to the top of the key for Priyan. Nobody really guarding Priyan. Now Gregory comes out on to her, as Grambling State will slow it down with 6.5 to go in the first half. Leading by 2, horn set. Priyan goes right, back to the top. 3 on the way from Johnson, splash down. Johnson is on fire. 9 points on 4 of 6 shooting in the first half for Johnson. Here comes the pressure. Through into the front court. Dorsey controls left wing side to the corner for Tyler. Skip pass back up top to Gregory. She thought about a 3, but will use the dribble. Cycle back to Gregory. 6 minutes to go in the first half. Wildcats down 5. Gregory drives left hand into the corner. Dorsey, pull up mid-range jumper, rattles out, offensive rebound, Sinai Tyler put back, no good, and a rebound secured by Priyan against Dorsey. Wildcats lid on the basket right now. Can't get anything to fall. They had the lead cut to just 2, and now it's back to 5.
This is a very, very... Oh, hold on.
Oh,
there we
they
go.
were looking for the center, and Johnson wasn't there. Well, Maya Johnson was the only one was there, not Zaria Johnson. Gregory all the way, got fouled on a layup. Go.
I'm so happy they changed into that 2-3 because as soon as they left from man and turned into that 2-3 trap defense down there, the field goal percentages started going low. You know, started seeing a little bit more missed shots. But we also have to make sure that we're relying on the guards that are on defense to be able to pop out because they look like they're pretty efficient on their 3-point percentage as well too. So we need to be able to cover all of the bases.
Kiara Gregory at the free throw line, and the point I was going to make is Gregory's first free throw is no good. Peeling out. Is that I've liked her aggressiveness.
Yes.
She's, especially if she picks the ball up at half court, she's going to drive.
Every single time, and that's what I'm trying to look for because it's going to be a foul. It's there.
You got to cash in your free throws. Here's the second one. It's good. And it's a 4-point game, 26-22. Lots of subs on the floor. Jade Parks, the freshman's going to come in. Haven't seen her the last couple of weeks.
I love it.
But I think with this up-tempo style that Grambling's running, you got to use everybody.
Yes.
Because it's going to tire you out. And Grambling's changed 3 of their 5 as well.
Keep those legs fresh.
Yeah. Marsh controls the basketball as Priyan went out to the bench. Marsh dribbling to the left-hand side, guarded by Dorsey. Resets to Mosley, who's just checked in. Mosley back to Marsh. Marsh down low to Esco. Got a reach-in foul called against Butler.
Yep, got to be careful with those. And
I'm going to praise Esco again because her positioning is really fantastic.
But
in the post.
That's what I'm looking for with Maya Johnson, Mike. You know what I mean? Like, you know, her ability to be able to see behind her head when it comes to the defense behind her, but also managing her aggressive when she's going in for a shot.
Up top to Monica Marsh. She'll control after a baseline in. Throw the ball down low, and it's stolen by Jade Parks. Jordan Brooks back into the game, controls the ball for the Wildcats. Under 5 to go first half. Wildcats down by 4. Brooks tries to back into Marsh.
Oh, my goodness.
Up on top to Butler.
Jade.
And now Kaylin Peters. Peters driving in all the way. Bucket and no foul on the floor.
No foul?
She hit the shot, but the foul was before the shot.
So what, does the shot count?
Nope.
Oh,
no.
That's irritating. That's so irritating. Well, like I was saying with Jade, though, this was 2 times that that was a really great pick and roll for both times.
Yeah, so it'll be a sideline in for or a baseline in for the Wildcats after the foul was called. Hey, how about the freshman, Jade Parks, getting into the game, immediately picking up a steal, and that's good positioning, right? She fronted the post, so when they tried the entry pass, she was right there to pick it off.
But it also lets you know that she's been able to read what Grambling has been doing this entire time, because it's repetitive on the bench as well. You know, when you're coming in, you want to be able to make sure that, okay, I know what they're playing, this is what they've been doing the last couple of plays, I'm going to be able to come in and stop that. What can I add to that?
Basketball returns to Moore Gymnasium tomorrow night. Or tonight, if you still have a chance to get down for the men's game at 5:30 p.m. But tomorrow night, men's basketball against Southern. It's Jordan Johnson against his old team, as the Wildcats will continue to look to be the top of the SWAC in men's basketball this season. That's at 7 p.m. or on the SWAC TV or the CatEye Radio Network. I'm really looking forward to the second game today. Obviously, Doc Bradley is in. If you missed on social media today,
they had a great little
shout out
preview.
to Jade and Kelvin for putting that little video together. The doctor is in. So we'll see how he affects the game. I think defensively is really where he's going to affect the game the most against Grambling State
tonight. See a lot of blocks. I feel like we're going to see a lot of blocks as well, and that's going to be able to help the Wildcats or the men's team differently, because they have quick hands. As soon as I think we have probably one of the best quickest hands on the team.
Here in the women's game, though, it's 4:46 to go in the first half. Wildcats down 26-22. BCU is just one of their last 5 from the floor, but they have the ball. Baseline inbound. 20 on the shot clock. Onto the basket that they attack to listeners right. Damani Dorsey, the trigger. She'll look for the curling Brooks in the right-hand corner. Brooks looks to reset to the top of the key and hands to Dorsey. Dorsey to the left-hand corner for Peters. Back to Dorsey. Skip pass right-hand corner for Brooks, and a reach-in foul called against Alicia Murray. The Wildcats are looking to stretch this zone because Grambling's in a zone now, and they're looking to stretch it with cross-court passes.
Jade knows how to really read the court very well, because she's been open a couple of times, sets the pick, and finds an area where she's open. So I think we need to be able to look up to see where she's at.
Under the baseline in, thrown into Tyler Butler. Back on a handoff to Brooks. Brooks will reset back to the top of the key, try to blow by Marsh. She can't do it. Marsh commits the blocking foul. That was close to a block charge call right at the free throw line.
If she would have planted her foot.
But she was still sliding into it right at the time of contact. These fouls are really important to get some of these key Grambling players in foul trouble. That's the first on Marsh. The only Grambling player with 2 is Bartholomew. The inbounds pass is tipped by the center, and Grambling State turns the Wildcats over. And then Grambling State goes too fast in transition, passes behind its intended receiver. Here comes Damani Dorsey. Pull-up jumper, no good. Rebound grabbed by Prian. Prian, long pass ahead to Marsh at the midcourt stripe. Wildcats scrambling back on defense. Neither team wants the ball. So many turnovers in this game so far.
That was the key to the game, to lag that.
Marsh resets to Mosley. Left-hand wing to Prian. Prian back to Marsh. Marsh looking to duck in. And she goes to the right wing side for Mosley. Mosley to the short corner, underneath. Up and the reverse layup is good for Alicia Murray as she got good position against Parks. 28-22. Back to a 6-point game. Jordan Brooks still looking for her first points back after injury. Got the ball poked away from her. It's a scramble in the corner. Grambling State has the ball. Another turnover.
Jay!
And a long pass looking for Marsh in transition. Out of bounds, nobody touched the ball. Wildcats are getting a little lucky here because
Yes.
Grambling is not playing well in this second quarter.
No, not at all.
Only 6 points in the quarter for Grambling State, just 2 of 5, and they've turned the ball over 6 times in this second quarter. But the Wildcats haven't really made the most of it, just 3 of 7 from the floor in this second quarter, and they're not getting good looks against this pressure defense.
I think they need to look up a little bit more. It's like we tend to get a little bit in our heads and okay.
Brooks goes right around horns. Back to the top for Tyler Butler. Butler looking for the duck in. She'll go right to Dorsey. Dorsey looking for a screen.
Watch the pick.
Tyler gives it to her. 7 on the shot clock. Butler, right wing side. Brooks with 3, with 2. She doesn't know how much time left. She just hoists it up and misses everything. You gotta look at the shot clock, ladies.
Can't look up. That's one of the biggest things. We can have the ball in our hand. We only have 30 seconds, and 30 seconds cut down by the time we get to the half court line.
There were several chances to take a shot.
Absolutely.
They just didn't do it.
And they didn't look up, Mike. That's the thing. They didn't look up.
So a chance to extend this 6-point Grambling State lead, 28-22. 2:45 to go first half. Wildcats will pressure just inside of half court. Left wing for Priyan. Down low, here is Nunn. Back outside Marsh. She drives around Gregory to the right. She now switches hands to the left. Floater in the lane, no good. Rebound Grambling State. Going up with it is Murray, and she got the putback after a little scramble on the ground. So back to an 8-point game after the Wildcats had cut it to 2.
I feel like I'm disassociating right now.
Dorsey in the front court at the free throw line. Kick to the right-hand corner. Gregory steps inside, takes a long two,
That was
too
a
strong.
really good shot, though.
Rebound by Grambling State. Priyan flying up the floor in transition. Finds Marsh on the left wing side. Slips but gets it back to Priyan. Cycle to the left corner. 3 on the way from Mosley. Short. Rebound. Out of bounds. Grambling ball. I thought that was last touched by Murray, but apparently it went off of Kaylin Peters. So the Tigers will have another possession, a chance to push it to a 10 or maybe 11-point game. Largest lead of the game is 10 points for Grambling State. They had it at 23-13. Nunn in the right-hand corner resets to Marsh. Marsh, the top scorer, just 3 in the game for Grambling State so far. Mosley in the left-hand corner. Dribbles back to the top, finds Marsh. Guarded by Gregory, 1:45 to go in the first half. Still swinging the ball left to right, Grambling State to the short corner. A layup, no good. A putback, also good for Priyan. Another offensive rebound. 10 offensive rebounds in the first half for Grambling State, and 9 second chance points. Through a double team, Dorsey finds Gregory. Now left wing side for Peters. Was open for 3, he didn't take it. And double dribbled. Completely no pressure, just didn't know what she was doing. Picked up the ball, 2 hands, and then put it down again. Wildcats all over the place mentally. As I mentioned, they cut it to 2. It was 22-24, and then have not scored since.
When they were cutting it into 2, Mike, it's because they upped the aggression in how they were playing, and now they just cooled off dramatically.
Down low, Nunn. Extra pass, Murray. Went through her legs. She bats it to the left-hand corner. 3 on the way from Mosley. No good. Gregory with an open floor. Nice job by Murray to track back for Grambling. But Gregory goes right at her and scores with a left-hand layup. 1 minute to go. 9-point Grambling lead in the basketball here in the first half. Priyan. Stagger screen. She goes left to the corner. Murray back to Priyan. Guarded by Gregory. Cycles to the right-hand wing. 3 on the way from Marsh. Good. She was wide open as Tyler Butler scrambled to get out to her. Second 3 of the first half for Marsh at its 11-point lead. Largest of the game, 35-24. 30 seconds to go in the first half. Can the Wildcats respond before the break? Gregory. Around the screen by Butler. Throws it back to Butler on the pick and roll. Butler goes in and scores through the contact from Nunn. 20 seconds to go. 9-point game again. 35-26, Grambling the lead and will hold for the final shot. 10 seconds to go. Priyan pounds the ball against the hardwood of the logo. Now she goes left, drives past Gregory into a double team, and it's a charge.
Let's go.
Tyler Butler stood in to take the charge as Priyan tried to fly to the hoop. 4 seconds left. I think the Wildcats will just try and hold this. They'll get it into Gregory. I can't turn it over there. Almost did. Battled for, and that's the end of the first half, luckily. And the Wildcats will be lucky to go in down by just 9 as Grambling controlled the last 3 minutes of that first half and ended on a 12-3 run after the Wildcats had cut it to just 2 in the middle of the second quarter. It's Grambling 35, Bethune-Cookman 26. 53% from the floor for Grambling State in the first half.
Efficiency. That's really much more I can say about them. They made me eat my words. I didn't think they were going to come in and be that efficient when it comes to their field goal percentage, but they are. Offensive-wise, we're running the 2-3, but we're missing that trap defense. You know what I mean? They figured out a way to break the 2-3 defense. As soon as we get into this 2-3 defense right here, all of a sudden they get into a 4-1. 4 across, 1 at the top. They run a triangle on both ends, and they run the baseline, figuring out who's out. One of the biggest things that I have seen that Grambling does better than the Wildcats is ball transition. They pass a lot. It's just like with the men's team on our team. They have at least 4 or 5 passes before they make the shots, and they're not slow passes. They're fast passes for everybody to be able to see what's the open space. Somebody's going to be open in that transition, and it dishevels the Wildcats every time. Either it might be a 3 or it might be a point in the paint, or it might be even at the free throw line.
We'll take about a 10-minute break. When we come back for the second half, we'll have your first half statistical recap. We'll go around this rack. And if you're watching on the CatEye Radio Network on YouTube with the booth cam, Sabrina will have some whiteboards for you.
Yes.
We'll take a break, and when we come back, it's the second half of action. It's Grambling 35, Bethune-Cookman 26. You're listening to Bethune-Cookman Women's Basketball on the CatEye Radio Network. Back at Moore Gymnasium here at Bethune-Cookman University. It's halftime between the Bethune-Cookman Wildcats and the Grambling State Tigers in women's basketball, first of our doubleheader today. Here are your first half scoring totals. First, for the Wildcats, Kiara Gregory has been on fire tonight. She's got a game-high 11 points on 4 of 4 shooting and 2 of 2 from beyond the arc, as well as 2 steals. Kaylin Peters has 5, Tyler has 4, Dorsey, Butler, and Kelly each have 2. The Wildcats have been frustrated offensively, shooting just 40% from the floor. Grambling State, 53.3% from the floor. They have been on fire, especially from mid-range, and Zaria Johnson has been scorching it. 9 points on 4 of 6 shooting, including hitting a 3. Shania Nunn also has 8 points on 4 of 4 shooting, all from mid-range. Monica Marsh, their top scorer, has 6 points, 2 of 5 from beyond the arc. Her 2 made baskets. Murray and Mosley both have 4. Esco and Griffin both have 2. Team stats: Grambling out rebounding Bethune-Cookman 19-10 in the game, and 8-4 on the offensive glass. Second chance points favor Grambling State. 8-5. Grambling State has turned the ball over 14 times. Bethune-Cookman just 11 points off turnovers. Wildcats 10, Tigers 9. Both teams have 1 block. Wildcats have 9 steals. Grambling State has 6 steals. Points in the paint favor Grambling State 18-14. And that'll do it for our halftime score and stats update. We'll take a quick break, and Sabrina will be back with her whiteboard segment right after this. This is Bethune-Cookman University Women's Basketball on the CatEye Radio Network. We're back. It's halftime here at Moore Gym. Wildcat women's basketball trails by 9, 35-26 against Grambling State. We just ran you through the stats and figures, and now Sabrina Petit-Home is going to run you through her whiteboard segment. What did you see in that first half? What do the Wildcats need to work on?
I would love to see us run a triangle defense. So we are the circles. Wildcats are circles. The Tigers are X's and O's, okay? So you have your 2 post players right here at the top of the free throw line and 1 right at the bottom of the post, and the rest of your 3 teammates out there. The ones that are in the corner of the three-point line need to run the baseline, set picks for each other to get open, while the ones below have to be able to run a triangle motion down at the post to figure out a way to get open. That way we can break up the defense that the Wildcats do have. For defensive as well, they are running a 4-1 across, Tigers more specifically. We are going to run a 2-3 defense. And we've been running that 2-3 defense, but the only thing that has been missing is the trap. So again, we are on defense, so that means we are X. You have 3 on the bottom and 2 at the top of the free throw line. Set picks for each other. They're going to set picks for each other and run the baseline. They've been doing that every single game, popping into the post, being able to make those those field goal percentages that has been running up the score. Once we're able to do that, you want to be able to make sure that not only are you covering the area that you're in, but you're trapping when the ball. You move where the ball moves, okay? So if the ball is not on your side, you do not trap. But once the ball is on your side, you make sure you step out. That next defender needs to be able to cover your part and that part as well, too. Once we're able to do that, we'll have full coverage towards the end.
Thank you, Sabrina. Quick whip around the SWAC as we get set for second half action. Final score, Jackson State 62, Alabama State 54. 2 minutes to go in the first half in Texas. Prairie View A&M losing to Mississippi Valley State 38-35. Mississippi Valley started really well here in the first week of conference play.
I actually really do have high hopes for them.
It's in the third quarter. Texas Southern 41, Arkansas Pine Bluff 34, and Alabama A&M didn't like losing last week. They are at 41-18 over Alcorn State in the third quarter. Alcorn State had 18 points in the first half.
Yeah.
My goodness. And of course, Southern and Florida A&M later tonight. That's your rip around the SWAC right now. Wildcats will be on the ball first, going right to left in the all-white. Gregory to Peters at the free throw line. Peters, the defender falls over.
Hello.
Peters, turnaround jumper. Hello, Kaylin Peters. And the Wildcats are on the board first here in half number 2. Grambling running baseline, layup no good. Another offensive rebound for the Tigers, but they stepped on the out-of-bounds line, so it'll be Wildcat ball. Something you didn't talk about in that segment, right, is how do you get rebounds? How do you box these players out?
We'll go back to the next
We'll go back to
we'll
that,
go back
yeah.
to that one.
Wildcats break the press. Here's Dorsey in the front court. Double teamed, back to Gregory between the rings. Gregory to the right side, Peters. Peters, skip pass intercepted by Marsh, looking for Dorsey in the left-hand corner. Marsh running the floor, she'll slow it down. To Nunn, top of the key, driving left, kicking to the corner. Here's a long two on the way that's splashed down by Alicia Murray.
Right into the defense they go, Mike.
Murray out of Toronto, Canada, and a transfer from Gulf Coast State. Wildcats still trapped in the backcourt. Gregory uses the dribble into the middle for Dorsey. Now to Peters. Peters down low to Sinai Tyler. Tyler kick out back to Gregory, and now Dorsey in around to Peters. A three from the left wing side. Kaboom!
I don't know, Mike. I don't know. She is really establishing herself. And I remember you said something earlier in the season that you're looking for somebody who is going to take the lead.
Down low, Nunn misses a layup. Off a quick pass from Prian. Wildcats get it back. And a whistle and a stoppage of play. Not sure what was going on right there. So Grambling was flowing in their offense when the horn went off right before Nunn's layup. Nunn missed the layup. The Wildcats wanted to push in transition with Gregory. Then the horn went off again, and the referee stopped the game. And we're going to see Madison Holden for the first time today, as well as Derasia Pitts.
The whole bench.
It's going to be a 5 swap for the Wildcats. So Holden, Pitts, Jordan Brooks is going to come in. Maya Johnson's going to come in. And who's that last player coming in? Is that Tyler Butler?
No, that's not Bartlett. That's Shamari Phillips.
Oh, Shamari Phillips, my apologies. We didn't see Phillips on Thursday either.
Yep.
Grambling State 37, Bethune-Cookman 31. 8 minutes, 33 seconds to go here in the third quarter. The Wildcats have started this quarter well, trying to eat into what was a 9-point Grambling State lead at the break. Maya Johnson will trigger the inbounds pass, goes back to Holden. So a couple of players that haven't seen the floor in this game are on the floor now, including Holden, who's got the ball right now. Holden to the left-hand corner for Pitts. Now Phillips dribbles back to the top of the key. Phillips hands it off to Brooks and lost the ball to Marsh. Marsh against Brooks all the way. Left-hand layup, no good, but a foul.
You said something earlier of the season when we lost one of our key component players, Kayla Clark, Ajane Nicholson, who is going to be the one to step up and lead the Wildcats to where they need to be. We have Damani Dorsey, but she can't be the only one to be able to push us to where we need to be. And you've seen Kaylin Peters that's been able to step up and establish where she is at right now with the Wildcats. Gregory 11, Peters 10. A good week for Peters. She had 15 on Thursday and now 10 here early on in the third. First free throw, no good for Monica Marsh, an 80% free throw shooter out of Plano, Texas, and Trinity Valley Community College. Her season high is 22, Monica Marsh, against North Texas. She misses both free throws, but an offensive rebound for Grambling State. Ripping through and laying it up, no good is Murray, and the Wildcats finally come away with it. Here's Jordan Brooks. Her first time playing in a couple weeks, hasn't scored yet. Brooks, bounce pass, left-hand corner. Shamari Phillips, open look for three, and she knocks it down. 4-point game. Trapped in the corner is Mosley. She finds none under the basket, goes straight at Brooks, and that's a big old mismatch for a layup and in. Yeah, because where's our big man at?
Well, Johnson decided to try and trap the ball in the corner.
Okay.
And then there was a mismatch center against guard. Brooks to Holden on the right side. Down low, Johnson goes up strong against Nunn. Doesn't get the layup, though, as it comes off the rim, no good. Maya Johnson is just snake bit today. Long pass, March, right wing three in transition, got it.
Wow.
And just like that, the Wildcats had cut it to just 4, And right now, it's back to a 6-point game.
And we have the whole entire starters that are going to be transitioning into now.
Out of bounds, Wildcats will keep it. And 5 in, 5 out for the Wildcats. Is this what they're going to do the rest of the game? Just 5 in, 5 out?
See how the team plays with each other?
Hockey substitution. So the Wildcats were down by 9 at the break. They cut it to 4. And now they're back down by 6. By 7, excuse me, 41-34.
You know, we said earlier in the game with the keys to the game, one of the biggest components on how we're going to win this is defense.
Tyler Butler at the nail on the left-hand side.
Bounce pass to Sinai. She's wide open. There's a mismatch.
Peters on the baseline on the left-hand side. Back to the top. Gregory cycles to Dorsey with 2 seconds.
Wow.
Gets the right wing 3 away and knocks it down. The Wildcats are raining threes. 3 in the third quarter already. And it's back to a 4-point game, 41-37. Wildcats settle into the 2-3 defense. Dutchin Priyan. Bounce pass right wing side to Mosley. Mosley into the short corner, and a runner is good for Aaliyah Bartholomew. That nobody stepped up to guard Bartholomew just inside the free throw line.
Just gave it to her.
And they hit a lot of those shots in the first half.
Yeah.
37-43, Wildcats trail with the ball. Going right to left with 6:20 to go. The handoff was blown up, skip pass to the left-hand wing. Here's Peters, dribbling through traffic at the free throw line, picks up a dribble back to Gregory on the left wing side, a 3,
nice.
Off the glass, no good. Rebound, long one, comes out to the wing, and it's grabbed by Grambling State's Ariana Mosley. Mosley with a lot of family in the house. She's from Tampa, Florida. That's who's wearing all the jerseys down there.
They look sharp.
Grambling State with a 43-37 lead in the ball, and Mosley got tripped as she tried to split a double team. That foul's going to go against Kaylin Peters. Peters, her second foul. She's the only Wildcat with more than 1 foul to her name right now. We talked about the rebounding right at the top of the show.
Yes, we did.
21-13, Grambling owns the rebounding edge right now. Baseline in, short corner, and it's an easy jumper for Shania Nunn. You gotta, how do we pressure those short corner jumpers?
You need to be able to trap. Like we said before, it's only, the 2-3 is only efficient when you're running the trap. The trap is a part of the 2-3 trap.
Back to an 8-point game. Dorsey around a screen all the way in, got her shot rejected. Sinai Tyler put back, no good. Another chance for Tyler, lost the ball and it dribbles out of bounds. It'll stay with the Wildcats. Last touch by Zaria Johnson. We can't get any good looks in the paint is the problem.
No, not at all.
That was a short jumper by Dorsey. Tyler looked like she had an open look on a putback and just threw it off the rim.
Sinai has been open as well, too, because in my opinion, it kind of feels as if she's a mixed match against, when she turns around, I'll be able to let you know exactly what I'm talking about.
And now we're going to get Esco back in, replacing Shania Nunn. Nunn now the game's top scorer with 12 on 6 of 7 shooting and 7 rebounds. She could be on for a double-double.
Yeah.
Baseline in for Gregory all the way back to Tyler Butler and gets it back. Gregory, now Peters, top of the key. Left wing side Dorsey, she gets double team. Finds Peters, across to Gregory. Escape dribble, now looks in with a floater on the baseline, no good. Sinai Tyler battling for the rebound, put back hook shot, got it.
That's how you run the post. That's exactly how you run the post. You do not let anything pass. Stay aggressive.
5-point game, 39-45, Wildcats down. Grambling with the basketball. The graduate student from Boynton Beach, Florida, Dutchin Priyan, hands to the left-hand side. 3 on the way, good for Aaliyah Bartholomew. She's come alive now with 5 in the quarter, and it's back to a 9-point game, 48-39.
There you go. They're running the 2-3 defense right now with a high 2-3 defense.
Gregory almost got the ball ripped away by Priyan, who's face guarding her. Little forearm shove to get some space, 13 to shoot. Gregory against Priyan again. Back to the top, Tyler driving in. Little dump off to Butler, back out, open 3 for Peters. Got it!
Good!
The Wildcats have hit 6 threes in the contest. Long pass ahead, here's Bartholomew. Resets to Priyan. Grambling State slows it down, 4:13 to go, third quarter. Priyan heels on the logo at midcourt, now puts the ball on the floor, goes right around the screen, gets to the paint, drops in, kicks to the left-hand corner. Bartholomew with 3, rims out, rebound out of bounds. Wildcat ball last touch by Esco. My goodness, 6 of 9 from 3 in the game for the Wildcats. Where was this all season long? The Wildcats on the year from 3-point range just 25%.
That's the energy that we're looking for, Mike. You talked about how are we going to be able to ensure that we're covering the field goal percentage and making sure that we have the trap, like you said earlier before. But I'm really excited to see how far the Wildcats have been able to come. I love this little energy that they do have, the aggression that they do have. Sanai Taylor is down there dominating the post the way that it's supposed to be. That's what's supposed to be. It's meant the way it's meant to be.
Follow the Cats like never before and listen to every CatEye Network radio broadcast live for free. Just head to bcuathletics.com/radio on your computer or mobile device to hear the hometown radio call of every Wildcat home game and select road games for free. Don't miss a second of the action. That's bcuathletics.com/radio. Bethune-Cookman 42, Grambling State 48. The Wildcats have chipped away at this lead here in the third quarter. The Wildcats lead the third 16-13, are 4 out of 5 on threes in the quarter.
Yep.
Now you can't rely on that. You're gonna have to find consistent ways of getting the ball into the paint and getting open shots in the paint.
We have to drive in though, Mike, as well too, because once we're able to set the screen for these players, then we have to be able to make some space to drive in. And even if we don't have any space, make the effort too, somebody's gonna foul you.
So after the third quarter media timeout, it'll be Bethune-Cookman basketball. Here comes that full court press again. It's really tough out of a baseline set here. 2-2-1 is the press from Grambling State. Gregory gets the inbounds pass and then gives it right back. Now Gregory driving into a double team. 3 seconds to get it across. The Wildcats do. Long pass tapped out of bounds by Bartholomew. Whew, that was close.
Yes, it was. We got to be careful of that one.
Peters should trigger the inbound on the sideline. Bartholomew goes in to pressure it. Gregory keeps her feet in the front court. Now drives past Prian. Top of the key, here's Butler. True dribbles to her right, hands off Dorsey. Dorsey takes some contact from Prian, maintains control of the ball. Peters on the left wing side with 8 to shoot. Peters against Bartholomew, driving inside the free throw line.
Nice.
Fadeaway jumper, got the foul.
It's because she drove in, Mike. It's because she drove in.
I don't really like the shot either
No.
there, because you kind of jumped into your defender just inside the free throw line, a really contested shot, but she is going to the line.
You know what could have been well as well too is she probably would able to plant her foot, pump fake, and drop it past to whoever's on the post and be able to get a layup as well for that second chance shot.
Kaylin Peters at the free throw line, first one good. Peters today, a game high 14 after 15 last night.
Yeah.
Do I smell SWAC player of the week potentially here?
I hope so, because she's been really working really hard for that.
So Nunn's going to come back in place of Johnson for Grambling. As 2 for 2 from the line goes Peters. 4-point lead, 48-44. Wildcats have not been able to get it within 4 here in the second half. Nunn into the front court, turns the ball over.
I saw it coming.
Peters with the steal. Gregory across half court to Peters on the right wing and then gets it back. Gregory face guarded by Bartholomew, the Canadian. Peters, right hand dribble around the screen, back to the top. Tyler Butler retreats to get it, 13 on the shot clock. Butler to Dorsey, left wing side. Dorsey waiting for the screen from Tyler. It's not coming. Now she has to get the ball away to Tyler, 5 to shoot. Tyler to Butler, 3 to shoot, 2 to shoot. Butler doesn't know how much time the shot clock is, and it's a shot clock violation, the second one of the night for the Wildcats. Nobody's looking up at the shot clock.
No, and it's so detrimental to do so, because it could come down to the last 30 seconds of the game, and you're dribbling the ball, you're passing the ball, but we're running out of time.
And they're just dribbling and passing and dribbling and passing.
Absolutely.
They're not trying to create shots,
No,
or at
not
least
all.
Grambling State is doing a really good job of preventing those shot creation chances.
Yes, I love this little box press that they're running, because it was able to ensure last time Kaylin Peters was able to get a steal from them.
Grambling into the front court through the press. They'll set up a half-court offense. Prian to Bartholomew. Down low, Esco.
Nice block.
And a block. Tyler Butler says, get that out of here off the left-hand layup. 12 seconds on the shot clock. Grambling State with a baseline in. 5-0 run for the Wildcats here towards the end of the third quarter. Wildcats down by just 4. Into Esco underneath. Esco to Nunn. Nunn face guarded by Tyler. Nunn flows it up and gets the foul called on Tyler.
Gotta keep your foot planted.
She'll go to the free throw line. The transfer from Troy. First 2 seasons at Troy for Shania Nunn. Only averaged 6 minutes a game, but did make the 2024 WNIT Final Four where they lost to Minnesota. And now in her second season at Grambling State. And you can see why.
Yep.
She's one of the top players of the conference, leading the SWAC in rebounds. 119, that's 7.5 per game. First free throw, no good. Her free throw percentage is 60.3 on the season. She also leads the team in blocks with 9. This is not a Grambling State team that gets a lot of blocks up, under 3 per game.
Yeah, no.
Here's Nunn's second free throw, it's good, and it's a 5-point lead, 49-44. And Redmond's gonna come in as well as Zaria Johnson. Zaria Johnson's been really good as well. 9 points, the second leading scorer for Grambling State behind Nunn's 12. And it's those power forwards that have been really doing the damage on offense for Grambling State. They bring the full court press. Gregory in the middle, 3 to get it across. She dribbles past Johnson into the front court. Gregory on the right wing side. To Dorsey at the top, guarded by Bartholomew. Back to Gregory. Gregory tries to throw it down low to Tyler Butler as the ball taken away by Nunn. Nunn will slow it down and reset to Priyan with 2 minutes to go in the first half. Yudhishan Priyan, preseason All-SWAC second team. Surveys her option to the top of the key and gets a pass blown up by Gregory. Gregory all the way, throws it up, gets the foul called against Redmond. Gregory.
She had to get it back. She had to get it back.
Really nice job by Gregory. Fronting Priyan all the way, read the pass, jumped the lane, and took the ball to the rack and is going to go to the free throw line. Kiara Gregory, the Cincinnati, Ohio native, a basketball family. Kiara Gregory's stepbrother Trey played Division I basketball at Northern Kentucky and professional basketball in Europe.
Wow.
And she can really fill it up when she gets going. An 1,000-point scorer in 2 seasons at the junior college level at Danville Community College, but she misses the first free throw there. Still a 5-point game, 49-44. The Wildcats winning this third quarter 18-14 at the moment.
I think that's been the trend for the last past game as well, too. We were winning the third quarter against
Second free throw good from Gregory. 1:50 to go. Wildcats down 49-45. Now they'll run the full court press. Broken by a middle pass and handed back to Priyan. Priyan guarded by Gregory, got the steal last time down the floor. Gregory to Nunn between the circles, to Marsh for a right wing 3, off to the right. Battle for the rebound, won by Maya Johnson for the Wildcats. Here comes Gregory again. Gregory against Priyan the other way. Here's Damani Dorsey, open for a 3, didn't take it. She decides to drive in. A mid-range baseline jumper, no good. Battle for the rebound, out of bounds. It'll stay with the Cats. Last touch by Esco. I don't know about the shot selection there for Dorsey, right?
Yeah.
Because it looked like she had a wide open 3.
Yes.
Didn't take it. Decided to drive to the left-hand baseline. Didn't go all the way in and decided to pull up for a 10-foot jumper.
I think her best option was to maybe not take the 3, but step in just a little bit for it to be a mid-ranger. She probably would have been a little bit more successful in that area.
Because she had the mismatch with the center. Esco switched on to her. Esco was never going to make it out to the three-point line in time to prevent a good look.
We also want to make sure that we're looking at those second passes as well, too. If that wasn't working, who else is open?
Exactly. And if you drive in like that, and Esco is there to prevent an easy shot, somebody's open to the top.
Exactly.
It'll be Wildcat ball after this timeout. It's the floating media timeout here in the second half. Nike is the official outfitter of the Bethune-Cookman Wildcats. Gear up on the newest BCU Nike gear at Nike.com/Bethune-Cookman Wildcats. And make sure you're representing Bethune-Cookman Athletics to the fullest, featuring all new items. Buy the latest BCU gear online at the Bethune-Cookman online store. Go to BCUathletics.com and click on Shop to find the newest BCU clothing and apparel. That's BCUathletics.com and click on Shop. Well, Grambling, obviously, Coach Courtney Simmons now in her 3rd season with the Tigers, not liking what she's seeing right now. Called that timeout with the Wildcats on a bit of a run here. They've cut the lead down to 4. Courtney Simmons has been all over the place. Troy, Louisiana Tech, Trinity Valley, Louisiana as an assistant coach. Played at Tulane and Louisville, made the 2008 Sweet 16 at Louisville as a player.
we also got to think about how can we keep this momentum going into the fourth quarter as well. We're down by 4. Let's keep it there. If not, take it lower, down by 2, and maybe get the lead.
1:20 to go third quarter. Wildcats with a baseline in to listeners left. Gregory, catch and shoot 3 from the corner. Too strong, and Prian grabs the rebound over Peters. Here comes Grambling State. Up by 4, looking to make it more. The ends of quarters have belonged to the Tigers today. None open for a 3 up top, doesn't take it. Now Gregory switches on to her. Back to Prian, way out on the logo. Prian around the stagger screen left to right. Sizes up Tyler Butler, goes at Tyler Butler, and right open underneath is Esco because Butler got switched onto for the guard.
Second chance passes.
That's a really good set.
Yes, it was.
Easy layup for Esco, 51-45, 42 seconds to go third quarter. Butler on the right wing. Now Butler at the top off the pass from Peters. Gregory, left wing 3 again. Missed it. Rebound, Prian again. Dubshin Prian, only 5'7". She's buzzing around the boards today. That's her 5th rebound.
Hey, you guys are leaving her open. We don't want to keep nobody open.
Yeah.
This is a 1-4 they're running. I'm glad that Kaylin Peters popped up to that 2-3 because you are leaving their 2 guards wide open.
1 second difference, shot clock to game clock. This will be the last possession of the third quarter. Prian dives in, double team. Here comes Nunn. Got her shot blocked by Johnson. The ball goes out of bounds. It'll be a Grambling State ball as there was a car crash into the Grambling State bench between Johnson and Prian to try and get the ball. Last touch by Johnson. Great job by Maya Johnson to deny that short jumper.
I just need her to secure the ball. Once she secures that ball, she blocks it, get it right back in your hands.
5 seconds to go. Now, 0.1 second shot clock to game clock. Grambling inbounding under their own bench. Can they get a shot off here? Thrown up to Nunn. She lost the handle in traffic. Goes to the ground. 1 second left. Marsh didn't get a shot away. Didn't get the shot away. Grambling wanted a foul as Marsh drove the lane. The referees will talk about it. Oh, looks like they are going to give the foul.
I knew it. I knew as soon as his hands started going like this, Mike, they were going to give the foul to Grambling.
So Monica Marsh with 0.3 seconds on the game clock is going to go to the line to increase the Grambling 6-point lead. What did I tell you?
Yeah.
Ends of quarters. Grambling is closed strong at the ends of quarters today. Wow.
Wasn't expecting that one.
Unlucky for the Wildcats. It looked like they had turned the ball over on the inbounds pass because the pass was too high for Nunn to handle.
Yeah.
But Nunn was able to tip it to Marsh, who tried to get a layup right at the end of the clock. Oh no, it is Wildcat ball.
Beautiful. I take it all back. I take it back.
Again, we are about as far away from the floor as it's possible to be in this gym. So the Wildcats will just inbound it, hold it, and that's the end of the third quarter. The Wildcats win the third quarter, 19-16, including going 4 of 7 from beyond the arc as they trail by 6, 51-45 here at the end of 3. And just like last Thursday, Sabrina, a good fourth quarter, and we're right back in this game just like we had against Southern.
Yes, we are. That momentum that we had in the beginning or mid of the third quarter as well, too, if we can translate that into this last quarter right here, it'll really put the Wildcats in a good place. I don't even want them to calm down, so I'm not even going to say that. I don't want them to calm down. I want them to continue to keep doing what they're doing. Let's drive in more a little bit, you know? Let's see if we can rack those fouls up. Because we're at 3 total fouls on each team.
I'll get you those numbers in a second
please.
after I tell you about to stay up to date with everything Bethune-Cookman Athletics by checking out the Wildcats on social media. Give BCU Athletics a like on Facebook and follow the Wildcats on X and Instagram at BCU_athletics. For the latest on BCU women's basketball, follow at BCU_WBB on X and Instagram. Total fouls, 9 for Grambling, 6 for the Wildcats. Nobody above 2 fouls in the game.
Yeah, and I like that because that really just shows to show you that, you know, we're also not playing this physical as well to where the aggression is, but at the same time, we're being disciplined when we have the ball in our hands. I'm really hoping that we can drive in a little bit more this quarter because that could really ensure us to get to the line a little bit more and get those fouls up. You know, let's see if we can put Esco into some foul trouble this quarter.
It is a little crazy to me
that
both teams play this aggressive pressing defense style, And nobody's got more than 2 fouls in the game.
None at all.
They're not calling the hand checks. They're not calling the body contact out beyond the 3-point line. They're letting them play. Now, as a player,
Yes.
would you like the fact that the referees would let you play, or did you want it called a little bit tighter?
I mean, it's a pros and cons things. Like, it's a win or lose thing at the same time. You want to be able to get those calls, but if they're going to call it on that one player, they're absolutely going to be able to look at the entire scope of situations.
We go to the 4th quarter. Grambling 51, Bethune-Cookman 45. Grambling starts with the basketball. They go left to right. Here in this second half in the all-black trimmed in yellow. Wildcats in the all-white. Marsh, right-hand baseline drive all the way in. Lost the handle. It's a scramble on the ground. Jump ball. That'll belong to the Wildcats off the possession arrow. So a stop on the first possession down the floor for Bethune-Cookman. And what's interesting to me, Sabrina, is Maya Johnson is the inbounder here now on these full-court press sets.
I think it's because any other player could get to the middle and hold on to the ball if they're going to pass it out this press.
So Johnson will trigger the inbound. Where's it going to go? To Dorsey. She's immediately double-teamed. Back to Johnson and now Gregory. 6 to get it across. Gregory now double-teamed. Finds Johnson. 2 to get it across.
Nice.
She dribbles it. She throws it. And a 10-second violation. The third 10-second violation forced by Grambling State. And this is why I don't like Maya Johnson as one of the runners in this set, because
Yeah.
she's not as mobile.
Yeah.
She's not going to be one to take on a defender and rip her way into the front court. So Grambling and Bethune-Cookman both turn the ball over their first time down the floor. Marsh got tripped by Johnson as she received a pass. So Maya Johnson is going to pick up her second foul.
I probably jinxed everybody.
Well, the problem is Maya Johnson is the best option the Wildcats have defensively against the bigs.
Yes.
Into the short corner for none. Into the right-hand corner is a 3 on the way from Marsh. No good. Great box out by Kaylin Peters to allow Damani Dorsey to get the ball. Now Peters receives a long pass. Peters goes in, throws the ball to Johnson over her head. Kick back to Peters. Double team into the basket. Peters will use the dribble and reset. Dorsey, top of the key. Throws it down low to Johnson against none. Oh, uses the body and goes up with the right hand. Nice move by Maya Johnson.
That's all I was looking for from her as all. Literally, I'm excited because that's what I want to see every single time. We only get a spark of her every game once where she really does her thing.
Brian controls. None of the free throw line, then gets it back. Mosley in the left-hand wing. Down low, Marsh got her. The shot rejected by Johnson. And then a jump ball is going to belong to Grambling State. Maya Johnson have a 35 seconds. A block on one end, a score on the other, and another block on the other end.
I'm telling you, I'm so sorry. I'm telling you, if we can have this same energy from the beginning of the game from Maya Johnson, she could be the most dominant player here.
Well, Esco's going to come back in.
Oh, they knew what was going on. They knew exactly what was going on.
Grambling with 8 seconds left on the shot clock, a baseline in. Priyan triggers to none. Working on Tyler, got fouled, an arm hook. There were 3 defenders around her. Let's see who they give the foul to. It's going to be Dorsey. Dorsey with the arm hook. So Shania Nunn's going to go to the free throw line. The one place she hasn't really been that great today, just 1 of 2. 13 points on 6 of 8 shooting, 7 rebounds, 4 steals for Shania Nunn. What a game for the reigning conference player of the week. First free throw good, and it's 52-47. Wildcats have not attempted a shot here in this 4th quarter because they've turned the ball over twice on a 10-second violation and then a turnover in the backcourt. Now that can't be right because Maya Johnson just scored. So the live stats are behind.
A little slow.
Wildcats pressure to the backcourt, 5 to get it across, floated it ahead to Dorsey. Dorsey around a double team, finds Gregory top of the key. Gregory to the corner. Here's a 3, short, and then getting her own miss is Janessa Kelly. Kelly resets to Dorsey. Now Gregory. Dorsey between the circles, 13 to shoot. Janessa Kelly. Now back to the top for Maya Johnson. Off a foot of Esco, and that'll be a kicking violation and a 20 seconds put back on the shot clock. She was trying to find Kaylin Peters underneath. This is an interesting set with Kaylin Peters as the 4.
That's interesting.
Johnson handles the inbounds pass,
Yes!
go to work against Esco.
Yes!
Bucket and the foul! And the
Yes!
flex from Maya Johnson.
Oh my goodness, Mike, that's what I've been looking for all game. I need her to use that body every single chance she gets and go up because they're going to foul her. You know how I feel about my post players. You know how I feel about my post players.
What I loved about that is she turned to the student section and flexed, and the whole student section flexed back at her after she made the
exactly
bucket.
what she needs.
So Maya Johnson for an and one opportunity to make this a 3-point game.
Sometimes it's just the confidence as well, too. It may not necessarily be the fact that she doesn't have, because she does have
Missed it. Johnson just a 50% free throw shooter. That's still a 4-point game, 53-49. Nunn racing ahead. Back to Priyan as Grambling State sets up. Down low to Nunn. Against Dorsey. Nunn trying to work her way in. Kick to the corner. Priyan double teamed. Resets to Nunn. Down to the shot clock. Nunn rips through. Floater in the lane. No good. Maya Johnson grabs the rebound. Got to get it the ball somewhere. She does. To Damani Dorsey through a double team.
all the
Dorsey
way.
with numbers. Kick to the corner. Peters driving in on Nunn to the baseline. Kicks it back out to Johnson, who was late down the floor. Johnson picks up her dribble. Got to go somewhere with the ball. And finally finds Peters in the corner. Peters with 10 to shoot. Works her way around a screen. Switched onto by Esco. Thrown to the right-hand corner. Popping a 3 is Kelly. Off the glass and in!
1-point game, Mike.
Janessa Kelly cans a bank shot 3, and it's 53-52. Down low, Esco loses the ball. Wildcats
what
ball
we're
on an entry
looking for.
pass. Priyan rifled that down low to Esco, and she couldn't handle the pass. Timeout, Grambling State. Well, Grambling wanted a timeout. They didn't get it. They didn't get it.
Nope. Right down the middle, thank you.
Dorsey through a double team, hands to Gregory.
She won it.
Down low to Johnson against
She won
Esco.
it.
One-on-one. Johnson going to work. Jump stop, throws it up. Esco got the block.
Okay, it's okay.
1-point game. Grambling 52, Wildcats 53. Grambling on the ball, and finally, Courtney Simmons is going to get her timeout. A 5-0 run for the Wildcats.
Warming up for the guys' game. You hear that?
Late arriving crowd here at Moore Gym. The students are finally in, of course. If you don't stick around to watch or listen to the men's game with us, you're doing yourself a disservice.
Yes, because this might be one of
In my
my favorite
opinion,
games.
the top 2 teams in the SWAC in men's basketball
It's
right now
us.
going at it tonight on this floor, and we'll have it for you. But we got to have the last 6:46 of this game with Bethune-Cookman 52, Grambling State 53. There's no BC without you. Show your support for Bethune-Cookman Athletics by joining the Wildcat Champions Club today. You can donate and join at bcuathletics.com/champions club. I think on that last sequence, Maya Johnson was running a little high on adrenaline, trying to go one-on-one at Esco. She was way outside the restricted zone and tried to
Bounce it,
bully
dribble in.
back her way all the way in. And I think that's not really her game. Her game is a post-up game in the restricted zone and go up through, so I think she should have looked for a kick out there.
Yes, I agree with that also, but later in the season, I would love to see that, a little bit more of that as well for her, because she is
Grambling
capable.
with the ball. Priyan pressured by Gregory. Goes left into a double team. Picks up the dribble. And a jump ball. And it's Wildcat ball off the possession arrow. Another turnover.
I was really hoping that the Wildcats wasn't going to be a fourth quarter team like last season, but it's given that, If that's where they find their adrenaline to close out the game and be a closing team, I'm okay with it.
Cats down 1. Still in the backcourt with 5 to get it across. Peters gets it over. She goes to the lane. And a jump ball. And it's going to be Grambling State ball. Great job by Shania Nunn to tie her up. I see the vision from Kaylin Peters there. 'Cause there was a half second as she crossed half court that nobody was in the paint, and she's thinking, oh, I'm going to get all the way there. And then it closed up on her before she could get to the hoop. Grambling the 1-point lead of the basketball, 6.5 to go here at Moore Gym. Priyan, double teamed out high, trying to work through it. Marsh throws it to
Oh,
Johnson
I
at the
love
free
that.
throw line. The left-hand corner, here's Mosley. Mosley along two, short, rebound, Esco. Grambling continues to control. Esco takes a dribble, hands to Marsh. She flows into a pass to Prian. Prian down low, wide open, Johnson. Layup no good. Rebound Johnson. Kick out three for Marsh, no good. Another offensive rebound for Mosley. A fourth chance on the possession and a foul called. The Wildcats can't buy a rebound right now. My goodness.
Lord have mercy.
Kiara Gregory called for the foul. I can't believe we can't get rebounds in that situation. You heard Coach on Thursday in the coach's interview at halftime really stress the rebounds. And we've come in again today and been blasted on the boards, 32-22 before that last sequence, so it's even worse now as the live stats catch up. Remember, Grambling State coming into the game is the best team in the SWAC in offensive rebounding at 18.1 offensive rebounds per game, as Ariana Mosley, with her family in the crowd, sinks the first free throw. Grambling has 15 offensive rebounds and 12 second chance points tonight.
You did say that earlier. I'm going to go back and look at the numbers that you talked about earlier. How many rebounds? I think it was 18 offensive rebounds again that they're able to get from Grambling.
And Southern had 26. No, that was 26 turnovers on the Wildcats. The Wildcats have done better about turning the ball over today. Still not perfect. Got to get the ball in. Gregory running down the floor after a handoff from Peters.
We gotta look.
Now Peters gets the ball back, and now Gregory trying to go around Marsh. Marsh face guarding Gregory out by the logo. Gregory gets around Marsh into the lane. Left-hand layup, no good. Rebound Grambling. Still a fight between Redmond and Gregory, but Redmond secures the rebound for Grambling. Up by 3, 55-52, 5.5 to go in the game. Across to Marsh, top of the key. Back to Prian, who will make the big plays down the stretch. On Thursday, it was Southern. Will it be Grambling or BCU today? On Thursday, it was Florida A&M against Grambling up in Tallahassee, who pulled away late. Marsh on the right-hand wing, 3 to shoot, back to the top. Prian, 2 to shoot, 1 to shoot, flying to the basket, got fouled by Maya Johnson. And they may upgrade that. They may look at upgrading that because she got her on the head. A bailout foul right at the end of the shot clock, as the Wildcats, after pulling to within 1, have been scoreless the last 2 minutes and 15 seconds. And Grambling State is going to go back to the free throw line. Dutchin Prian has not attempted a shot tonight. Yeah, they're going to, and now they're going to go to the monitor and potentially look to upgrade this to a flagrant because it was a hit to the head. And I would not be surprised, given our live angle of it, if this is going to be a flagrant.
It might look like it. The moment that you said it, I saw her. She hit it.
I'm looking at the replay now. Prian going to the hoop. Oh, yeah, she got whacked by an elbow right on the noggin.
And I don't think it was intentional,
And
but
it doesn't.
it doesn't
matter. If you get hit above the neck, that's going to be every time. That's going to be a flagrant. So the Wildcats are going to be down by multiple possessions here with 5 minutes to go. A 2 minutes, 15-second scoring drought. But when the Wildcats were scoring well, they were moving the ball, creating defensive mismatches. And right now, it kind of feels like they've fallen back into the trap of everybody get theirs and not play a team game.
Absolutely.
Support the Wildcats like never before. Bethune-Cookman Athletics has partnered with Influxer to bring you officially licensed, co-branded NIL merchandise featuring your favorite players' names and numbers. Proceeds from each purchase directly support Wildcat student athletes. Show your support for your favorite Wildcats today at bcuathletics.com/NIL merch. While this review is going on, let's take a look around the SWAC. Jackson State 62, Alabama State 54. That's the final score. Mississippi Valley State was winning. They're now behind with 2 minutes to go in the third quarter against Prairie View. That game is 58-57.
I have hope for that game.
Texas Southern all over Arkansas Pine Bluff, 78-55. Alcorn State had 18 points in the first half. They've recovered a little bit.
Yeah.
With 5 minutes to go in the fourth quarter, it's still way up on top for Alabama A&M, 64-31. And Southern and Florida A&M is Florida A&M 18, Southern 15. They're in the middle of the second quarter there. That's your trip around the SWAC on this second week of conference play wrapping up for women's basketball.
It started so quick. How did we get here?
I know, right? It
get
seems
here?
like it was yesterday that volleyball was
Just happening. And then
getting their first serve, and football was kicking off down in August. So I don't think they called a flagrant there, because Priyan is at the line, and it's not an empty lane. There are players in the lane. Of course, we are far away from the action, so I couldn't hear what the referee said. Priyan's first free throw is good. Dushan Priyan from Boynton Beach, Florida, started at Pensacola State for 3 years, and now in her third season at Grambling State, her final year of eligibility, hits both free throws, 57-52 Grambling State. Priyan leads the team in assists with 47, and has been really good tonight with 4 assists and 6 rebounds. Here come the Wildcats. Gregory, the long black hair flowing out behind the white headband. At the free throw line, here's Peters. She's driving right against Esco. Goes underneath Esco and gets the foul called. Esco, hands on head. She thought she was straight up. But it wasn't Esco that they called the foul on, I think. Anyway, it'll be 2 free throws for Gregory, and the Wildcats, for Peters.
Yes.
And the Wildcats have not been as solid at the line tonight as they were either last week against FAMU or last night against Southern. Just 7 of 13 from the free throw line tonight, 63%. They're better from 3-point range than they are from the free throw line tonight.
Are we? Okay.
First free throw good for Kaylin Peters, the transfer from Nichols State.
Brings it to a 4-point game.
Played 14 games, averaged 1 point, 1.5 rebounds for the Nichols State Colonels. Second free throw, no good. Foul is going to go against the Wildcats as Nunn got shouldered to the ground by Sinai Tyler.
I think I jinxed the teams when I said that we haven't been able to see any
and
fouls.
that's the Wildcats now in the bonus. Sorry, the Tigers now in the bonus. So in the last 4 minutes and 50 seconds, they will shoot on every infraction. 57-53. So they got it back to a 4-point game. But Shania Nunn is at the free throw line for more free throws, and Grambling State's going to get a lot of free throws coming the last 4 minutes, but she misses the first one short.
More gymnasium coming in to help out.
Shania Nunn, originally from Birmingham, Alabama, 4 times an all-state player from Fairfield High School. And you can see why as she sinks the second free throw to get her a game-high 16, tied with Kaylin Peters. Wildcats back down by 5, 58-53. To the middle for Johnson. Dorsey flowing to the hoop, layup. Good. It hung on the rim for an eternity and then fell in. Damani Dorsey, only 4 points in the game. Sorry, 5 points now in the game for Dorsey. Wildcats will try and trap aggressively way out high. Priyan to Marsh in front of her own bench, back to Priyan. 4:20 to go. 3-point game, 58-55, Grambling State leads. It's a battle at Moore Gym. Here's the horn set for Priyan. Throws it left to Bartholomew. Now Redmond driving in, shot blocked by Johnson. And now a foul on the rebound as Esco grabbed Tyler. What a block by Maya Johnson, her 3rd of the game.
Because if they would have called any other play, Mike, I think I might.
3 blocks, 3 rebounds, 2 steals for Maya Johnson in just 18 minutes. Could this be the Maya Johnson breakout game? Not offensively, but defensively.
Defensively, for sure. And that's what I was asking for.
Bethune-Cookman down 3. Esco's going to come out because she picked up her 3rd personal foul.
I did say.
Redmond's going to come in, and Johnson's going to come in for Grambling State. Here's the full court press.
I did say that I want us to put Esco into some foul trouble.
Johnson catches at the midcourt stripe, now hands to Dorsey. 20 on the shot clock, back to Gregory to reset. She's guarded by Marsh. Tries to go left around Marsh. High entry pass for Johnson. Back to Gregory. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Gregory around the screen. Drags in, layup, no good. Offensive rebound tonight. Tyler put back, no good. A rebound again to Marsh. And now Tyler grabbing for it, fighting for it. Got the foul on another putback attempt.
Keep going till you get the foul, because somebody is going to foul you.
Well, that was the Wildcats' turn to have a crazy rebounding sequence. Because Gregory drove in, layup no good. Tyler layup no good. Gregory layup no good. Tyler again finally got fouled. And Sinai Tyler, who was really good against Florida A&M. Only 6 points tonight, but 10 rebounds. A game high 10 rebounds for Sinai Tyler as she sinks her first free throw. 2-point game, as close as it's been since right at the start of the second half. 58-56, a chance to make it a 1-point game with this second free throw for Sinai Tyler. 4 dribbles on the ground, now it's away and no good off the heel. Priyan with the ball for Grambling State.
Pinch, I need to see more pinching.
Marsh back to Priyan as the Tigers circle it around the top of the key. Marsh in front of the bench. Goes left, guarded by Dorsey. Top of the key, here's Johnson. Now Priyan on the left wing side. Screen set by Johnson. Priyan goes left, picks up the dribble back to Johnson. Hand back to Priyan. Priyan tries to throw it down low to Mosley. Mosley backs off, back to the key. 4 seconds left. A jumper from mid-range is good. Monica Marsh with a gutsy 20-foot jumper. 4-point game again, 60-56. Dorsey trapped, uses the dribble to get out of it. Ball on the floor, and Grambling State has it. Wildcats trying to tie it up, they do. BCU has the possession arrow, but they didn't want to lose the possession arrow right there.
Oh, and a foul?
No, possession arrow.
Okay. But I saw him throw up some numbers for a second.
Well, that was for a shot clock reset.
Okay.
Because the ball was tied up in the backcourt, so you get a full 30 on the shot clock.
Absolutely.
Dorsey looking for someone to go with the ball. Johnson flashing to it, gets the ball. She's in the backcourt though. Now she picks up the dribble, forces the ball through and turns it over. Priyan on the ground, Tyler fighting for it. Now none, it's checked back to Dorsey. 18 on the shot clock, Peters driving in, around Priyan, layup good! Euro step around Priyan. 2-point game, 60-58. Long pass ahead finds Marsh. Marsh double team, flips it back to Priyan.
Oh my God.
More Jim alive. A 2-point Grambling State lead with 2:20 to go. Nunn out high. Mosley back to Nunn on the pick and roll. Nunn down low against Johnson. Nunn picks up the dribble. Johnson bottles her up, and it's tapped out of bounds by Peters on a long cross-court pass.
I love the intention that was there, but that means in this inbound play, the defense has to be tighter than ever.
4 seconds on the shot clock, baseline in for Grambling. Wildcats down 2. 2:08 to go in the game. Inbound, underneath, Mosley, layup, no good. Offensive rebound, Nunn, lost the ball, it's on the floor. A jump ball, and Grambling has the possession arrow, which means they're gonna get a fresh 20 on the shot clock. Unfortunate.
Okay.
Now the Wildcats gotta go play defense again. Timeout, Courtney Simmons and Grambling State. The drama of more Jim is alive and well. We saw it last Saturday with the Wildcats having a 2.8% chance to win with 17 seconds left before a steal and score gave the Wildcats the win with 2 seconds to go.
Honestly, this is the type of games that, you know, like I said earlier, it comes down to who wants it more, who's more disciplined. Defense is going to win this game right here, right now. You already know Grambling is going to try and come up with a play that's going to be ensure for them to run. They need to be able to stop anything that comes into that paint because they're going to go for a field goal percentage. And if that's not there, their second chance is to go ahead and do a three-pointer on the corners of those three-pointers on that line.
The Wildcats got a rebound. The Wildcats have to rebound.
Yes.
Grambling State out-rebounding Bethune-Cookman 36-25 in the game. 16 offensive rebounds for the Tigers and 14 second chance points.
Yeah.
A quick catch up on some of the numbers. Kaylin Peters, a game-high 18 after a game-high 15 on Thursday. Again, I am all around the Kaylin Peters hype train for SWAC Player of the Week.
Yes. She deserves it. She has been working this entire week through and through, defensively, offensively, and she is coming up. Like we talked about earlier before, who is going to be the one to handle this team the way that it's supposed to do. Damani Dorsey, Kaylin Peters, a floor cross.
Sanaya Nunn
like this play.
leads the scoring for Grambling with 16.
I
Here's the
knew
four
it.
cross inbounds play. They look for Nunn. It goes in. Johnson lost the ball. Dorsey picks it up, runs the floor. All the way in, jumper no good, rebound on the floor, picked up by Grambling State. Dorsey tried to go over Nunn and it didn't get to work. Still a 2-point game, 1:47 to go. Grambling with the lead in the basketball. 60-58 the score. Bartholomew will control for the Tigers. She's guarded by Dorsey. Nunn, mid-range jumper, good. You have to front her.
You got to pinch. If she is on that corner of the free throw line, that field goal is going to go in every single time.
62-58, 4-point game. Wildcats need a bucket with 1:20 to go. Peters with a game-high 18. Has the ball in the left-hand wing. Back to Gregory. In the high post, it's Sinai Tyler. Peters, top of the key, around the Tyler screen. Around Mosley to the lane, throws it up. Got it back. Puts it up again, no good. The rebound is finally grabbed by Nunn, and she got fouled by Johnson. That's her fourth. The Wildcats offense can't get a bucket when it matters most right at the end.
And the only reason why we can't get a bucket because nobody is rebounding or boxing out. There is an art to this. Like when it comes to boxing out, you're literally moving your defenders out the way so that the ball can literally drop right in front of you. If you are under the hoop, how can you see where the ball is going?
So Nunn back to the free throw line to potentially make it a 3-possession game. It's 58-62 right now. Wildcats, one of their last 6 from the floor, going cold at the wrong time. Shania Nunn, again, what a start to conference play it's been for her. I can't just say what a week now.
Absolutely.
As her first free throw is good. She's got 19 tonight. Had 13 against Texas Southern and 20 against Prairie View. And she's also second in the conference in steals, right behind Monica Marsh. Second free throw good. 1 minute to go, 60 ticks left. 6-point game, 64-58. Wildcats need points and they need them in a hurry. Both teams in the double bonus. Gregory trapped and lost the ball at the midcourt stripe. Prian in the backcourt, pressured by Johnson. Gets around her into the front court. Now you got a foul. Prian in the corner. Marsh baseline drive. Kick out Nunn. Doesn't take the three. Really smart play. Really smart play to not take the three. 35 seconds left. Prian is fouled by Gregory. Worst case scenario for the Wildcats. They turn the ball over for the 20th time, and that should do it. A valiant effort for the Wildcats, but what did I say about closing out quarters? Grambling State has closed out quarters better than the Wildcats have all game long, and when it matters most, Grambling State has held BCU scoreless the last 2 minutes after the Wildcats cut it to a 2-point game. First free throw no good by Prian. and the Wildcats will drop to 1-2 in the conference. Grambling State will go to 2-2. Second free throw good by Prian, 65-58. Timeout Wildcats. And Sabrina, I think I just said all that needs to be said.
Yeah. Yeah.
Disappointing. A disappointing end to the Wildcats
really
tonight. This is a game that the Wildcats feel like you should have had.
Yeah. I do think, though, as the years comes with this team, because we also have to remember this is a newborn team. This is a new team for the Wildcats. And we have some great pieces there. This is our first season playing with everybody. As we come earlier in the years, you know, later in the season, we're definitely going to see some changes for sure when it comes to playoff time.
In the last 2 minutes for the Wildcats, Damani Dorsey, jumper miss. Kaylin Peters, hook shot miss. Kaylin Peters, jumper miss. Kiara Gregory, turnover. 4 times down the floor, 0 for 4 for the Wildcats, and that's the game. With 33 seconds left, the Wildcats now down 65-58. Sinai Tyler resets to Dorsey. Dorsey to Gregory. She pops her right wing 3 off the glass, no good. Maya Johnson offensive rebound. She goes in and gets an offensive foul call against her as getting position was Zaria Johnson. And that's the 5th foul on Maya Johnson, and she's done. Five empty trips down the floor in the last 2 minutes. But we talked about this Grambling State team all game as being this defensive juggernaut. That's what they do.
Yeah.
And when it mattered most, Grambling went back to what they do, mid-range jumpers.
And it works every time. This is something that you obviously see that they practice even when it comes to their off-season times. You know, whenever they practice, you know, usually you leave the court, you have to make at least 10 free throws, 50 free throws. But for them, it's those mid-rangers. And none. Can we talk about her? I know that's the opposing team, but she has been on fire crazy. I think I need to know what her field goal percentage is.
I'll tell you right now, it's 6 of 8.
Wow.
No, 7 of 10, excuse me.
Only
so
missed
70%, 20 points, 6 of 8 from the free throw line.
Wow. And I'm sure those last 3-pointers, or the last 3 that she did miss, is because we ran the 2-3 trap. Hence on the trap, that's the key word. That really ensured her to miss those. 24
seconds left, Grambling inbounds, Marsh gets fouled.
I don't like that, if that makes sense. I'm trying to put it into words here. I don't see the need for us, if we're down by a certain percentage, I don't see the need for us to put us in foul. That just gives them more points, more ammunition. Let's just let the ball run out.
So Marsh, who hasn't had the best game by her standards, just 10 points, 4 of 13 shooting, 2 of 8 from 3. The only Tiger to hit more than 1 3 in the game. They're 4 of 17 from beyond the arc. The Wildcats, 50%, 7 of 14 from 3. Missed the second one. Timeout Wildcats.
It was almost a 10-point game with 24 seconds left.
8-point game, 66-58, 24 seconds left. Grambling State has scored the last 7 points over the last 2 minutes and 13 seconds.
Yeah.
What are you taking from this week, Sabrina, besides the 2 losses?
I think it's
two close games against 2 teams picked to finish in the top 4 in the conference this year. You're going on the road at Arkansas, Pine Bluff, and Mississippi Valley next week in 2 games that you really think you should be competitive in.
Yeah, I didn't think that I would have to talk about rebounds again this season, but this is something that we really need to work on, rebounding and turnovers. That is what killed us today, if you want me to be clear with y'all, because we did have some amazing shots. We did have some amazing runs when it came to the Wildcats. But at the end of the day, when we didn't progress is when we turned over the balls. You literally just said 5 empty takes. 5. We couldn't even drive in at least once. You know, so if we work on that going into these next 2 games, it might put us in a better spot than we think we are in right now. And this is really huge. We really need to be able to work on that.
66 to 58, an 8-point game. With 24 seconds left, the Wildcats will inbound in the front court after Coach Creighton Del Rosario called a timeout to advance the ball. Gregory receives the inbounds pass, being chased by Marsh, got it away. Peters, boxed in the corner, trapped, and a jump ball. Wildcats have the possession arrow, 17 seconds left, shot clock off. Coming up next, it's the men's game. The top 2 men's teams in the SWAC right now, by my personal opinion.
Mine too.
Bethune-Cookman and Grambling State will hit the floor at approximately 5:30 right after this game is over.
This is going to be one of my favorite games. I can't even say the game of the seasons because we just started, but this is definitely going to be one of my favorites.
It's an early contender for potential game of the season.
Yes.
And now needing to dry the floor, Wildcats will have a baseline in here, 17 seconds left. Trying not to end the game on an over 2-minute scoring drought. Tonight, Tyler drives in, dump off pass to Peters, left-hand layup, no good. She got fouled, though, by Marsh.
These are the plays I want to see during the game, not when we're down by 8, you know, with 12 seconds left in the game. Because that was a great play.
Yeah, drew the double team on the baseline, bounce pass underneath.
A drop right to the person who's open.
And Kaylin Peters goes to the line. Another one who really lit up the scoreboard at the junior college level, averaged 10.6 points per game at Indian River State in her first 2 college seasons, Kaylin Peters. First free throw, good. Second free throw, good. And she has 20 points tonight after having 15 against Southern. On Thursday, the Wildcats will foul immediately and send Grambling to the free throw line. I agree. 6-point game, 11 seconds left. I'm not sure why you're fouling there.
There's no reason for us to be doing all of this right now.
And it just allows for Monica Marsh. One free throw will increase her season average. She's got 11 points. One free throw maker would put her at 12 over her season average as she misses the first one. Marsh really hasn't had that much of a game. It's really been the forwards, Nunn specifically, Esco and Johnson, who have really done the damage for Grambling State today. But 18, now 20 for Peters. And the Wildcats call another timeout with 11 seconds left. 67 to 60. This is if you don't know and you're looking forward to the second game, the doctor is in. Doc Bradley will be playing. He is eligible to play today for Bethune-Cookman, a Wildcats team that is, quote, at full strength, unquote, according to Coach Reggie Theus. And remember, the two of us sat through the men's basketball season last year, where at times they were down to 5 scholarship players that were healthy.
You guys,
because of
we made it through. We were clawing our way out of this season last year, but this season has honestly probably and going to be one of my favorite seasons, Mike. We have some really great players on that team. A lot of great backups as well, too. Like, not only are we fully loaded with our starters, but our benches is able to come in and carry the team if need be.
Now, Tyler Andrews has been unbelievable the last 3 games, but does Doc coming back force Andrews to the bench because Doc plays that same kind of stretch 4 style?
I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, we're going to see if this happens, though. I think Tyler Andrews is going to start the game and probably going to switch off with Doc when he comes in, unless Coach Theus wants to come right out the gate and really go on him defensively.
We shall see, of course, that game coming up 30 minutes after the completion of this one. Wildcats inbounding, sideline in, far side. 11 seconds left, down 67 to 60. They fought valiantly here in the second half against Grambling State, but The offense abandoned them at the wrong time. Gregory tries to throw it down low, threw the ball away, scramble on the ground. It comes to Tyler Butler. She lost the ball out of bounds, trying to get a putback, half a second left, and that'll do it.
I love how they're playing till the buzzer is out, though. That's one thing that I can commend the Wildcats on doing. You know, it takes a different type of, tenacity to be able to do so.
Grambling State takes the win, 67-60. They score 12 of the game's last 14 points and deny the Wildcats a field goal in 2 minutes and 53 seconds. The Wildcats didn't have a field goal the last 2:53.
We couldn't hold on to the ball either, Mike. I think I'm over here trying to write down the things that I feel like we need to work on come the next game. I know for a fact it's definitely rebounding, definitely turnovers. We want to be able to stay aggressive. We didn't get aggressive until like the end of third quarter into the fourth quarter. You want to be able to make sure that you're playing the post as well. No driving in. We didn't drive in at all. But I don't want to end on a negative. I do want to end on a positive. Just want to definitely give flowers to Kaylin Peters for really stepping up and doing her thing. You could definitely see some of Damani Dorsey rubbing off on her as well too. I want to give it to Maya Johnson. Even though she fell short at times, she definitely picked it up when it came on defense, was able to really be aggressive when needed to be too. And along with all the other players.
Here are your final scoring totals. First for Bethune-Cookman, Kaylin Peters, outstanding. 20 points on 6 of 10 shooting,
Yes.
2 out of 3 from beyond the arc, 6 of 8 from the free throw line, 3 rebounds, 2 assists, and a steal. Gregory, 12 points. He also hit 2 threes and had 3 steals. Damani Dorsey, 7 points and 3 steals. Sinai Tyler, 7. Kelly, 5. Johnson, 4. Phillips, 3. And Butler, 2. Jordan Brooks didn't score in her first game back from injury.
Yeah.
Only played 7 minutes in the contest. For Grambling State, Shania Nunn, player of the game for me. 20 points, 7 of 10 shooting, 6 of 8 from the free throw line, and 12 rebounds, so she gets a double-double. Monica Marsh, 11 points. The only Grambling State Tiger to hit 2 threes in the game. She was 2 of 8 from beyond the arc. Zaria Johnson had 9. Murray had 6. Mosley had 6. Bartholomew had 5. Priyan had just 4, but 4 assists.
Yeah.
Nunn also had 5 steals, by the way. So
Wow.
20 points, 12 rebounds, 5 steals. Esco had 4 and 2 blocks. Griffin had 2. And Redmond did not score. The only Grambling State player that played that did not score. But that line on Maya Johnson, 4 points, 4 rebounds, 1 assist, 2 steals, 3 blocks. All 3 blocks coming in at about a 5-minute span
Yes.
in the third quarter. Also fouled out. The team stats looked like this. Grambling State dominated the boards, 38-29
Yeah.
on the glass and 16-13 on the offensive glass. Second chance points, 13-10 in favor of Grambling State. Grambling State had 17 assists to Bethune-Cookman's 12 as the men's teams for Grambling and Bethune-Cookman take the floor, so we'll try and get out of your way as quickly as possible. Wildcats were better on the fast break, 13 points to 8, 13 steals to 12 in favor of Bethune-Cookman. They forced 20 Grambling State turnovers today,
Yes.
and points off turnovers favored Grambling 16-13 as the Wildcats turn the ball over 21 times. Points in the paint equal, 24-24, and that all adds up to a 67-60 score. Final thing are the scoring splits. Wildcats 39% from the floor, 21 of 53, 50% from three-point range,
Wow.
7 of 14, but 64% from the charity stripe. That'll hurt, that'll kill you. They were so good, 80+% the last 2 games from the free throw line,
Yeah.
just 64% tonight.
You got to work on those as well, too. I said my piece earlier before. It was a great game. Hopefully these next 2 will be better.
For Grambling State, they shot 45% from the floor, 25 of 55, 4 of 17 from 3, and 13 of 20, 65% from the free throw line. That'll do it for the first of our doubleheader. We'll be back in 15 minutes just about for the second game of the doubleheader featuring the men's teams from Bethune-Cookman and Florida A&M. Your final score, Bethune-Cookman 60, Grambling State 67. For Sabrina Petit Home, my name is Michael Torello. We'll see you shortly as the doubleheader rolls on here at Moore Gym.